Yeah, Leon, can you hear me, Leon? Yeah, can you hear me? Leon. All right, good. Well, we are on the go here at Central Bird Regional Park. You can take the music down. All right, well, welcome to Central Bird Regional Stadium. We are having a finals match here today between Tropics and Port St. Lucie. Well, we apologize for the late start. Nature took its course this morning when the rains came in, and it came in abundant. The farmers and the ducks are happy for that. But nonetheless, we're having a 1 o'clock start. The teams are out in the middle. Elton Tucker Jr., the captain for the Port St. Lucie, would have called right, and they have elected to field first. So Tropics are going to be doing battle at this time. So, Leon, I want to say good afternoon to you and all the listeners and viewers out there in radio and internet land. You could go ahead and tell your friends and family that we are live on the blogtalkradio.com/The Cricket Show.
Yes, indeed, Ivor. Pleasant good afternoon to you around the world. Waiting to see the start of this wonderful contest, the T20 encounter. And I know the elements would have prevented you from starting earlier, but it's better. Thank you for your being on to just show that we can have a wonderful day. Can you give us an idea? Lineup, you have that handy?
I don't know.
Yes, indeed. The final 11 here for Port St. Lucie. We have Elton Tucker Jr., he's the captain. We have Richard Louis, Tony Reid, Glenn Anglin, Mark Pinnock, Mark Richardson, Rodney Husbands, Adrian Wells, Neil Green, he's the wicketkeeper. We had Shyam Neji, Lenworth, Gregory. And we have Glenroy Anglin. No, we call him again. We have another Glenroy Gallisti. He's the 12th man, and Don Sampson. They are the two that did not make the team. And for Tropics, we have the skipper. We have St. Christopher Brown. He is the captain for the team. We had Philon Davis is the vice captain. We have Bert Davis. We have Gavin Wallace. We have Karen, Dale Africa, Malcolm Fisher, Hugh Morgan, Ernie Joseph, Marcel Graham, and bringing up the way is Ryan Watson. So the umpires for today's match is Joseph Baptiste and Alwyn Salman. So we are off. Tony Reid from the far end bowls a dot, goes into the scorer's book. So Philon Davis, he's accompanied by Watson. So we have a slip in place, a gully, a point, extra cover, and a mid-off. Those are many offside. Reid outside the off stump. The batsman is driving, but not getting a hold of it. Feel it in the point region, can't score. 2 dots into the scorer's book. We have official scores today, David Maitland and Paul Mort. And again, you can be viewing it live from Elton Tucker Facebook page, so you will see the actual cricket, and the commentaries coming through you complements the cricket show. Yours truly, Ivor Henry, the voice you're hearing. This time he's going after him outside, a swing and a miss outside the off stump. We could keep a green standing up over the sticks. We have in the onside, we have a leg gully, and seems to be Richard Louis. We have a backward short leg, a short mid wicket, and a mid on. So they're in attacking mode, and this time he's right in the block hole, and he digs this one out. So we have 4 dots on the trot here, and we have Leon would be giving his analysis at the end of the overs. So Leon, you can look onto the Facebook page of Elton Tucker. This time he's on the back foot. He's getting off the mark with one that just trickled out to the cover, but can't prevent the single. Tony Reid a bit disappointed there. He thought he should have gotten there a little quicker, but was a foul shot nonetheless. So apparently the cover fielder was expecting it to race off the bat, but he just bunted, and they're on their way. 1 for no loss. So Tony Reid again from the far end comes outside the off stump. The batsman is getting a hold of this one. He's splitting the cover fielder and the mid-off, and he's giving chase. And this one, the first boundary comes up, as this one was struck beautifully there by Watson. So he gets off the mark with a boundary. And at the end of over number 1, it's 5 for no loss. Tropics. So Phil and Davis, go on, Liam.
No, I was just saying, because you were giving a pause, so just filling in the gap. But first over has been bowled already, and you commentate there live with Henry, coming to you live from the Central Broad Regional Stadium. You know the details already, but those who have not heard, he had a late start, and the commentators, for Henry right now.
Yes, indeed. Richard Louis going to be taking up the attack from the southern end, the com box end, as he's in conversation with young Elton Tucker, the captain for the Port St. Lucie. We still have to make sure that if it seems that the skipper is going to be bowling. Well, they're trying to get all the fielders in place there. Richard Louis, yes, it is. Got the final instructions there from skipper Tucker, young Tucker. So he's going to be attacking with 2 slips. As a matter of fact, wicketkeeper standing up over the sticks. Wicket, the pitch, a little on the soft side, on the slow side. We've been having rains from Wednesday all of last week and this morning, as Leon would have said earlier, that because of the rains, we had a late start. So over number 2 in progress as Richard runs away from us now. Right arm over outside the off stump. The batsman is getting a hold of this one, but not timing it. That's Phil and Davis. They're going to be ambling for a relaxing 2. The flow comes into the bowlers then. So he should have done more with that. It was a loosener from Richard Louis outside the off stump. It was going away from him, but he got it past the extra cover, but didn't have enough meat in it to get it to the boundary ropes. We have witnessed 1 boundary so far. That's from Watson. He's going to strike rate of 400. He has the 1 delivery, which is struck for beautiful 4 from the last delivery from Tony Reid. Outside the off stump, he's pulling this one here, and he's pulling and pulling well as he goes for 4. So Phil and Davis, like a one-arm bandit. It was short from Richard Louis. He was asking to be hit. It was meat and drink. He was drowning in honey there with that one. Richard Louis is not yet warmed up. He's bowling off a shortened run. And again, we have to give kudos to the curator and the ground staff for getting at least cricket on the way. David would have told me that rain is slated to come in around 5 o'clock, but I think by then this match should be done and dusted. Perhaps the presentation, which could be had indoors downstairs, so I don't think that will be a bother. So what we have to worry about is getting all of 40 overs. Remember, it's a 2020 encounter. This is the finals match of the SFCA, South Florida Cricket Alliance, and it's being played at the Central Broward Regional Stadium. Outside the off stump again, and he's whacking this one outside the off stump. Doesn't have the legs to get there because there's a cover sweeper. This time again, Richard Louis has not found his mark yet. He's bowling gentle medium because the wicket is not going to be assisting him. So now Watson comes in to strike for his first delivery from Richard Louis. He had just faced some 1 delivery so far, which made good use of it. So partnership has yielded some 12 so far, with the current run rate at 7.2 so far. So it's Good going here for Tropics. This time it's dead on target, and that's what Richard Louis was trying to do all along. This one, the batsman could do no more but play it back on along the track on the offside. Skipper Tucker runs in, does the fielding, and a dot goes into the scorer's book.
At the tone, please record your message. When you finish...
What the hell is that? He was calling somebody, you know.
We didn't get your message either because you were not...
I don't know why you're doing that. Why you calling people on the thing, coming cutting in the thing? You calling somebody? Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah, your recording coming too.
Lost contact with you.
No, because
He's back now,
yeah, what I'm saying, when you're calling somebody there, it's coming too. Yeah, well, over number 2 has been completed, and latest score here at the Central Bird Regional Park, it's 12 for no loss. Phil Davis is on 8 from 9, and Watson is on 4 from 3.
Yes. Well, Ivor, we have seen the spring and listen to the broadcast and streaming live on Elton Tropics Facebook page. And you seem to be very, very clear, Ivor.
Yes, that's it. That's the senior who is operating the video. Tony Reid comes in from the far end. This time he's bang on target as Watson plays it on the onside of the track. Tony Reid does his own fielding. Phil Davis is on strike. So he's being very watchful. This time he comes forward again. They're running a quick single here. And again, the cover fielder was a bit slow off the mark. But good running there between these two. Good understanding between them. And Davis gave the signs of approval to say, well done. You responded well. It was touch and go. I guess they're going to try to milk the evergreen Charles Tony Reid. This time he's playing the French cut. He's getting runs here. They're going to turn. No. There's going to be trouble here. As he slipped, to remember that the pitch is a little soft, and he fell at the non-strikers then in his turn for 2. But in the end, got there quite comfortably. Let's hope that he's not injured. He's shaking his left wrist. He may have gone down there. It's a good thing he went down on soft turf instead of concrete. Score goes up to 15 for no loss. Watson is a strike. He goes in the air, but there's no man there. This one goes a few bounces across the boundary rope for 4. So Watson is taking a liking to Reid. He has struck 2 boundaries off him so far. He goes into double figures. He's on 10. He have just received some 5 deliveries. Score goes on to 19. So they're keeping up with the run rate. They're going at 7. Remember, we're still in the power play. We have all of 6 overs for the power play, when no more than 2 fielders can be stationed outside the 30-yard circle. This time he comes forward, and there's a good comeback by Tony Reid, as this one was angling into the batsman, coming from outside the off stump. He plays it watchfully. So this is the finals of the South Florida Cricket Alliance tournament, the 2020 tournament. So I want to say good afternoon to Balinayak, who is viewing the live feed. A loud appeal there from Tony Reid, but he may have got some bat in that one. And we have Felix Bishnot. Those were the glory days when we used to play cricket here. Yours truly, Ivor Henry, commentating. So we want to say, spread the word, guys, and let them know that they're viewing the finals between Tropics and Port St. Lucie. And the viewing is coming, the streaming is coming, compliment Elton Tucker Senior. He's in the squad today, and like David told me earlier, if Elton Tucker is on this team, there's hope for himself and myself for making the team. So, Leon, you can come on in.
Yes, indeed. Yes, I've been in the stream live, and of course, showing the cricket action. So, in time to come, quite a few more spectators will be coming up to the park to meet some of the players. And back over to you.
Yes, and we want to welcome Leon also. He's viewing the streaming as well, and I'm doing color commentary from his advantage point. Streaming would be a little behind us, but nonetheless. In the meantime, Louis with his second over, the fourth of the match. Batsman ambles a single. They thought of a double. This time he's going back on the course. This one is rushing the batsman a little bit, but he can't get it past the extra cover husbands. So both batters are on 10. So Watson has struck 2 boundaries so far. And again, we want to say kudos. This time he's going aerial, but there's a coverage in the deep, in the wide, long, on-off area that rifles in the throw to Richard Louis, and gets a single. So 21, it's a man's age. It's 21 for no loss. This time he's playing this one, but there's coverage in the deep. In the offside, there's a cover sweeper. He's getting onto it, and he's relaying the throw back into the keeper, which went over husband's head, as a matter of fact, but the batters would have settled for 1. So 22 for no loss. The sun is trying to make its way from behind the clouds. So we're still in attacking mode. Well, just a 1 slip now, but there's a gully stationed, which Louis started with 2 slips, but now he's gone 1 slip and a gully backward point, cover, extra cover, and a long off, and a cover sweeper. So he's bowling to a 7-2, so he has got to be getting the ball outside the off stump. He's kept his line so far. This time again, bang on target. Batsman trying to get something for this one, but can do no more but hitting the ball straight back to Richard Louis. So a dot. Both batters are on 10. They keep in pace with each other in terms of the score, in terms of balls. Davis has got the better. This time he's tugging this one from outside off, and he's going down into the cow corner area. It goes very, very close to the boundary, and that's good work by the fielder there, who chased it all the way to the boundary. The batter at one point thought that he would have run into the boundary, but they forgot that it's a rather slow outfield because of all the torrential rains that we've been receiving over the past week. But at the end of over number 4, the latest score here at this Central Broad Regional Stadium, it is 24 for no loss.
And you live streaming Tropics Facebook, and you listening to ball by ball commentary. Cricket Joe, I envy your commentary. Central Broad Park in Lauderdale.
Yes, indeed. We're going to be having a bowling change from the far end. Tony Reid would have bowled 2 and out. And Niji is going to be taking up the attack from the far end.
Yes. All right, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. We're with the mayor.
All right, yes, sir. All right, Mayor Ken Thurston of the city of Lauderdale. So happy to have all of you listening in here at the park. We've got a great cricket match going on right now.
Yes, indeed. It's finals between Port St. Lucie and Tropics. So,
Fantastic. And who's leading at this point?
well, it's early days yet. The match has just started, and this time they ambled through for a single. It was good running, good thinking between these two batters.
All right.
So in terms of winning, they're trying to set a target. There's one team that will bat, and then the other would get their turn at bat after 20 overs would have been completed.
Okay, fantastic.
But we want to welcome you to the game at least.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate the South Florida Cricket Alliance and the great work that you do promoting cricket. Being here in Lauderdale, we are a diverse community with lots and lots of people who have come from places where cricket is played all the time. So it's a sport that we want to continue, and the city of Lauderdale wants to continue to support, because I know how important it is to our residents.
Yes, indeed. Well spoken. You know, cricket in these COVID times, at least it gets ones off the couch.
and having gained some thickness during COVID days, any way we can get some exercise is a good thing to do.
Yes, indeed. There's one in the making, and this one was stopped off the pads neatly here by Watson, and he scores a boundary, went all the way to the boundary at the short square leg. Gave chase, but this time the ball would have won the race, and Watson goes on to 17, and Davis keeping company is on 12. The latest score here is 29 for no loss. We are listening to the conversation here between Ivor Henry and the mayor of the city of Lauderdale, Mr. Thurston. And we are very grateful for your presence here this afternoon. I'm sure you'll stick around for the presentation.
Yes, I will. I will be here, and I'm going to enjoy some great competitive cricket this afternoon.
Yes, so far so good. And this one down the and extras goes into the scorer's book for the first time, as that one was ill-directed down the leg side, not gathered cleanly by the wicketkeeper, but no additional to the total other than the one. That's a penalty for bowling that one wide of the mark. This time he's flicking this one off the pads. Goes out to the deep mid-wicket. And the ambles through for a single. So we're into the 30s now. 31 it is. As Davis comes in to strike. Davis is the vice captain of this team. He's a former captain of this Tropics team. I remember he took them to the quarterfinals in the 2020 version. In the 30 over. This time he's whacking this one. It's in the air, but it's going over the head of the slip fielder who's giving chase. And he's going to get at least a comfortable 2 here. He had a wild swing at that one. He got a top edge and it flew over the slip fielder. And they got a double. So Davis was trying for all his might to get that one beyond the boundary ropes. But he got 2 for his effort nonetheless. And again, Mr. Mayor, I just want to say, for you taking out time on a Sunday to be here, I know getting off the couch, leaving your family to come and support cricket, we just want to say kudos to you.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me, and I am enjoying the competition as the two teams battle it out. The game is very competitive, and I'm having fun just watching it.
All right, well, we're going to be in for some brighter days because there are a few international matches slated to be here at this park. I'm sure you would know about that.
Yes, and we're so happy to have them. The people are coming from all over the planet to play cricket, and they're doing so here in Lauderdale. And we like to think of Lauderdale as the cricket capital of North America.
Yes, indeed. It's the only ICC approved venue in all of North America. So you're absolutely correct there.
And there was some controversy when this stadium was being proposed. The county commissioner back then was Josephus Egliston, and he pushed for cricket, and there were people who had other ideas.
Yes, indeed.
But he stood his ground, and we got a cricket stadium here in the city of Lauderdale.
I'm thankful for that. In the meantime, 4 wides down the left side, Richard Louis getting off the mark. There's the batter, tried to flick this one, but it was away, past his legs, past the wicketkeeper, and went down to the boundary for 5 wides. So 38 it is. So Richard has to reload and come again. He's been there from the onset. He's bowled over number 2. Now he's bowling over number 6. This time he's tugging this one here. He's gonna get just one, as good bit of work there. That's the skipper, right? Yes, by the skipper. So he's leading from the front. He's putting the dive there. If that would have gone past him, there would have been at least an extra 2 runs. So he's in the mid-on area. This time he's playing this one bounce. Oh, he should have done better with that one. It went past him. But they could only get a single, as there's a wide long off that did the cleaning up. So the cleanup man was right in queue. Now we've turned to 40 now. So the score is moving rapidly to 40 in the first power play. This time a swing and a miss outside the off stump. We keep us standing up. Not collecting cleanly, but no addition to the total. We're halfway through this over. 2 more legal deliveries left in this over. Once a good afternoon to Satar, and the hard-working man, all of cricket. He's in conversation with the mayor of city of Lauderdale. Outside the off stump, left alone. Just one more delivery left. I have not seen that quite often in T20 cricket, but with a 7-2 field outside the off stump, I thought Watson thought he would have been flirting with danger, so he would have been advised to leave that one alone with a slip and a gully lurking for that catch. Louis comes up. This time he's going aerial, in the air. Let us see if this is going to be the first maximum of the match. Yes, it is indeed. So it was well struck down the ground, as that overcomes to an end, and the end of the power play, and at the end of it, it is 46 for no loss. And for viewers who are looking at the Elton Tucker video feed, we want to say good afternoon to Christina. Good afternoon. How are you doing? Happy Sunday. John Willoughby, a former USA representative, and Whitby. Oh, John Whitby. Oh, no, John Whitby. I thought it was Willoughby. I'm so sorry. Yellow Man, how are you doing? You should be here at the park, but enjoy the viewing. And our curator, Mr. Samuel Plummer, we want to welcome you to the viewing and the commentary. Hope that you're enjoying. You can feel free to calling Mr. Plummer. You call in to the Block Talk Radio Cricket Show, and we'll have you on air. They'll be hearing what you have to say concerning Kuwait. So go ahead and call the Cricket Show, and we'll have you live on air. Haven't seen it 2 years, man. COVID kept you on the couch.
No, I've been out. You're the one that's going here, going there, all over. They say you're out of the country 10 times. I don't know. No, I asked for that bit 9 times, and they say you're out of the country 10 times. So what do you want me to do?
Okay, so power play number 2 comes up.
What do you want me to do?
And this time he's going in the air. He's have the height. Does he have the distance? No, there's a man getting on it. Takes a beautiful catch. A good one and catch here by Richard Louis. He put the wheels on. At one point, we thought the wicket keeper would have been calling for it. It was that high in the air, but Richard Louis, with safe hands, said, mine, 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 and ward everyone off. He says the stats would go into the book against my name, saying that I took the catch and the first catch of the finals.
All right, man, that's exciting.
Yes, indeed.
And I know that all of the players are very fit, that they are all in shape.
Yes, indeed. So wicket number 1 goes, and that's Phil Davis. He scored some 15 from 16 deliveries. So a partnership of 46. He didn't get to the 50 mark, but as soon as the power play, it's always happened that way. The power play where you can have no more than 5 fielders outside of the 30-yard circle. Davis decided he's going to take on the man in the deep, and he skied one high, gave Richard Louis enough time to run in from the short mid-wicket position and pouch the catch. So wicket number 1 goes 46 for 1. Who is 99? Just look on there. Just.
Next side.
So Dale Africa is the number 3 batter and all-rounder in the Tropics team. So he's joined Watson. So Niji, he has bowled 1.3 overs, 1 for 11 so far. So early in the day, Tropics would have asked to take first knock as Elton Jr. Tucker would have inserted them in and decided that they're going to be chasing twice. They're going to be chasing balls in the field and they're going to be chasing runs. I think presently they're the 30-over holder of the title holders. Speaker. So at the end of over number 7, the ladies score is 48 for the loss of 1 wicket. So that's the end of a successful over. Africa is yet to get off the mark. As a matter of fact, he's yet to face a delivery. But Watson going at a good clip, 27 from 25. He's there at the top of the inning. He would have seen his partner, Phil Davis, who would have left him scoring some 15 runs from 16 deliveries. So extras has made their way up to 6 so far. So Richard Louis is going to bowl his 4 on the trot. He's gone for some 25 runs so far. He's taken a catch, but he's not taken a wicket. So we're going to sing the song, Wayne, Wayne, Go Away, Little Johnny Wants to Play. So again, I'm keeping company here with the mayor, who has been the commissioner in 2010 of Lauderdale, and now he has upped the ante and he's gone from 2018. He's been the mayor of the city of Lauderdale. So how are you liking it so far?
Well, I am enjoying it. At the most, I can be mayor for an additional 3 years. Then it'll be time for me to retire.
to retire. So
The way it works, the city of Lauderdale has term limits, and those term limits say that if I'm reelected, I can serve up until 2024.
okay. So your ambition to serve until 2024.
That is correct.
Very well. We're going to wish you all the best in your endeavors. I'm sure that your staff would want you to keep on keeping on. And like you said, especially where cricket is concerned, we always like to welcome the heavy tours when it comes to cricket, because without you guys, we're not going to get any place.
Well, absolutely. And when the statistics have been studied, when there has been international cricket that's come into Lauderdale, there is a noticeable increase in number of heads and beds. So there are more people who are staying in the hotels. The restaurants are a lot busier. And a lot of people have a lot of fun seeing excellent caliber cricket. And that's what we want to continue to promote and bring into the city of Lauderdale.
Yes, and leading the way in that too locally is the U.S. Cricket Council USA. I'm sure you would have heard of Mac Qureshi.
Yes, I have.
And yeah, I've seen you on display here when we had the legends just the other day. I was right on cue here when you came for that.
Absolutely. I know that Qureshi was one of the advisors of County Commissioner Josephus Egliston in that push to make this stadium a cricket stadium. Yes. There were others who thought maybe it should be a place to have track and field and football, yes. But the decision was made that the best use to service as many of the citizens in this community as possible was cricket. So here we are today, and we want to maximize the use of the stadium.
Yes, and it's nice to see that local teams are getting to make use of it. And this time he's going big. Africa, he's going to get off the mark with a maximum. Yes, indeed. Up goes the hands of umpire Alwyn Salmon. So that's the maximum number 2. So Richard Louis is going in to finish his 4 on the trot. Has 1 legal delivery left, and Africa waited and waited for all of 4 deliveries, and on the 5th delivery, he decided he's going to extend his arm, and he's whang bang out of the park. So 55 it is. Watson still on 27 from 25. He's been kept at bay as Africa decide down the leg side, wayward delivery. He has got to reload and come again. Richard Louis has gone for some 33 runs so far from his spell. Not his usual self. He's rather miserly, but he's one of the all-rounders in the team. Former captain himself of this team, and the motivator and advisor to the young man outside the off stump, and left alone there by Africa, as if to say, I had 6 deliveries, and the equation meant that I would have got a single off every delivery, because he got 6 runs out of that over. So Richard Louis, his overs are done and dusted. He has bowled 4 overs, no maidens, 33 runs, no wickets. He gave away some 7 wides in his spell, very unlike him. So he has got some making up to do in his turn at bat. So again, for all the viewers out there, we wanted to spread the word and let you know that you can see the viewing live at Elton Tucker Facebook page. And of course, the commentary, you can always follow it on the Block Talk Radio, the cricket show. And this afternoon, we may want to invite you to a radio show at 6 o'clock. Every Sunday, we have a cricket show on the Block Talk Radio cricket show. We have had, this time, he's playing a lovely shot off driven, but he's just going to get 1 as there's coverage in the wide, long off position. That's Watson, so he goes on to 28. And the total goes on to 57. So Davis, last man out, got 15. He was in with a partnership of some 46 runs with Watson. And ironically, he got out in the 7th over, when the field would have been spread, and he didn't go, he was not too aggressive in the first 6 overs when you had a lot of acreage beyond the 30-yard circle. But his mindset told him, I'm going to take on the fielders in the deep now, and he had an almighty swing. And he had the height, but never the distance, as Richard Louis took a good running catch. He never had any time to settle under the catch. He was right in step. As DJ now is continuing outside the off stump, wide, as Joseph Baptiste extend his arms to say, you have to reload and come again. So extras are making their way here. They're on 9, and seem as if they're going to make a worthwhile contribution to the total. This time Africa is going downtown, but there's coverage down there. No! That was not a good effort by the fielder in the wide, long off position, but it was a good shot. He was struck powerfully by Africa. It seems as if he has been sent in to be the pinch hitter, and he's normally a fast bowler. The skipper, Brown, he normally bats at the top of the order. He normally opens, but this time Africa has been promoted, and so far he has sucked up just 7 deliveries for his 10. This time he's coming forward and playing a defensive stroke. So he's mixing his innings. He's mixing aggression with defense. So apparently he was told not to give his wicket away. This time he's going after him, playing it down the ground on the onside. But there's a man stationed in the long on position. Runs to his left. Send the throw back in. Meantime, the batters ambles through for a single. So this is the finals between Tropics Cricket Club and Port St. Lucie. Port St. Lucie came in their numbers. We're not able to pan the cameras on them. This time the batsman is going to play one off the pads down the leg side. Perhaps it touched him on the way through. Thus no signal of wide call there by umpire Joseph. This time the batsman is covering up. That's Watson. So good delivery. At the end of that over, Neji would have bowled some 3 overs for 18 runs. The lone man to be in the wicket column. The latest score here is 63 for the loss of some 1 wicket. Yes, indeed. So we have Leon who doing a little color commentary, Leon. So you can let us know what's happening from your end, Leon. I think the noise is coming from you over there, Leon. Are we going to be having a bowling change here? The skipper himself is going to insert himself into the attack from the come box end, the southern end. He's going to be bowling his left arm spinners. He's taking over from Richard Louis, who was a bit off the mark in his bowling spell, but he would have made up for that with a good catch. We'll get Richard Louis bowling figures shortly. Yes, he went for some 33 runs, 4 overs, 33 runs, no wicket. In the meantime, a single been taken there by Africa. Played into the offside. So Watson comes into strike. He's going at a strike rate of 100. He's 28 from 28. This time he's going in his wicket and he's playing this one and missing it. But no appeal. That one was turning past the off stump. And he's just tapped the ball back to the bowler via way of his boot. So both batters meet in the middle and probably either some encouragement or he says it's time for you to go, Watson. Africa must have said that. You've been here long enough. You've sucked up some 29 deliveries. Or get off strike and let me go. Yes. This time he's going, playing it in the air, and this time he drops it. My word, buttered fingers. He got in, did all the hard work, put in the yards, got in there, and it's just burst through the fingers. Disappointment there for him, disappointment for his skipper, and I think he's not going to look anywhere close to his skipper. Who it is? So Pinnock is the one who is the guilty culprit there for putting down what should have been taken. So Young Tucker left-arm bowls round the wicket, and this time the batsman is playing one over the mid-on, Richard Louis. So Pinnock very disgusted in himself. He should have taken that one. It was easy peasy. He got in about 2-3 steps in, and it burst through his fingers, and the Cardinals said it went for 4. So 69 is the total. Good number. Outside the off stump, and he's trying to give himself room, but he's not timing. So a dot goes into the book. So they back up to a run rate of 7. So they're going into good clip, a partnership of some 23 so far. Outside the off stump, he's dabbing it. Again, not placing it or timing it. So we've come to the end of the 10th over. I think because of time constraints, there's not going to be any strategic timeout. So at the end of 10 overs, it's 69 for the loss of 1 wicket. Watson is on 33 from 31. Africa going at 100 clip, 12 from 12. Enjoying it so far, Mayor?
I certainly am. It's extremely exciting.
Especially when a catch has been put down or a boundary has been hit.
Yeah, I see that there's quite a bit of strategy to the game.
Yes, indeed. The bowlers are trying to outthink the batters, and the batters are trying to outthink the fielders. And they're trying to put a score on the scoreboard. One, they hope that they're feeling, this time he's going after him. Again, there's runs here for him as there's a deep backward square leg as they ambles through for just a single. The ball got down there in a hurry. He didn't time it as well as he would have liked. That's Watson. He goes on to 34, and now he goes on to 70. Sooner or later we'll be predicting a projected score. This time he's going downtown again, but there's coverage again in the long off position. So Niji is bowling to his field. He's in his last over. He's bowling his 4 on the trot like Richard Louis, who would have bowled his 4 for some 33 runs. So if Niji would keep it to this, he'll do. Oh, this time a good flick there by Africa, and he goes for maximum. That's a good hit and a good look at cricket shot from Watson. It is. My word, that was class. That was just a flick of the wrist and a proper cricketing shot, and it went some 80 meters. So that's the commentator's curse. I just said that he was bowling very good. He has bowled some 3.2 overs for just 20 runs, and just like that, he was flicked away for 6. So he's trying to compete with Richard Louis. He would have gone for 33. This time he's full, and he's hitting this one beyond the boundary again. That's a bad delivery, and he got the treatment. He gone for another maximum, and he's going to surpass Richard Louis. I would imagine he has 2 legal delivery left, and he's gone for some 32 so far. So that one was nicely timed by Watson. He's on 46. He's just 1 strike away from his 50. So quick, fast, and in a hurry. Quick, fast, and no, it was never a high full pitch. It was not called. It was not signaled. It was one just asking to be hit, like a ball on a string, and you're just going out and just do whatever you want to do with it. Yes, so that was meat and drink. As a matter of fact, Watson was drowning in honey. So back-to-back sixes. Would we see a hat-trick of sixes? We'll watch, we will wait, and we will see. Let's see the comeback delivery. Oh, this time he's outside the off stump. He had a whack at it, but let's see if the umpire is interested in calling it a wide. Nope. He says there's one to go. So, young man, Richard Louis would have gone for 33 from his 4. You're 1 away from 33. Would you keep it to 32 and have 1 up on Richard Louis? Is Richard Louis the vice captain of this team? I would imagine. Yes, indeed, he is. Oh, lights out, camera and action. Bowl them, neck and crop. So who has had the last laugh? Niji has got the last laugh. His ball is 4 overs for 32 runs, and he gets in the wicket column. As a matter of fact, he gets 2 wickets. So you can hear the excitement outside. You can hear the horns, the the bull horns out there. And like we said, Port St. Lucie came in with an entourage this morning, and they have waited. They have not left at all. So Port St. Lucie is well supported. So Watson failed to get to his 50. He was going for glory again and missed out. But a good-looking score of 46. He has scored. They have done the bulk of the scoring of the 83 ones that's on the board. So he's 83 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Wallace.
So the hard-hitting batsman is Wallace, who makes his way to the pitch. Oh, because I know you got the first one. I thought we'd give you false information. So he bowled 32 runs, right? Need you. 32. So Tucker, skipper Tucker is going to be continuing. If you can see on screen that Wallace, former Jamaican representative, and he's the man they're going to be looking to carry on. Africa is driving, but all along the ground, this will get Wallace on strike. .84 it is. So now the partnership is in its infancy. It's on 1. While it's outside the off stump, playing and missing. There was hopes there for the young man and for Tropics, as this is a wicket that they're asking for early, because this guy can single-handedly take a game from you. But there's a good delivery there by the youngster. Goes up again, bowled, and this time he's in defense and trying to get off the mark. There's Africa leaning on his bat saying, no, you're flirting with danger, youngster. So we have to give credit to skipper Tucker, keeping Wallace in check. He's bowled 2 dots. We know Wallace, he's amongst the ones in this competition. This time he dragged this one down quicker, faster. And it's a wide call and signal there by the umpire. So good thinking by the young man. He tried to bowl a quicker one. It was shorter, but it was wide of the mark. It did not give the batter a fair chance of catching up with it. Thus, an extra. So extras down the leg side. He's pulling out the boom, trying to do some house cleaning, trying to sweep. But he missed. Ball cannon into the pad. So Wallace yet to get off the mark. Extras has contributed some 10 runs already. And we're just into over number 12. They've got to take a note of that. This time he's pulling this one down again. Every time he tried to pull it down and bowl faster, that's Elton Tucker Jr., he goes wide of the mark outside the off stump. Another extra. goes into the scorer's book. Extras make their way to 11. And like I said, they have to be mindful of that. Now a little bit of counseling and some inspiring words from Richard Louis, the elder statesman. Probably trying to say you would have bowled 2 dots and you had him back him up, you had him in defense. When you drag it down, you're giving him a chance to extend his arm. That's not what you want. So let's see, having this time he's going a little wider. You don't have to be running from the big bat of Kevin Wallace. We know that he's a big, hard hitter. He's the man who the Port St. Lucie would have spent some time in the dressing room discussing. I would tell you that. They would work their plans how to get him out or to keep him quiet. But if he stays, this time he's trying to get off the mark. Yes, he gets off the mark now, and there's a miss in the backward point position, which enabled Wallace to get a double. So he gets off the mark with 2, as one was pitched outside the... Oh, that's a sloppy cricket there. There's overthrows. This over's been rather lengthy because of the wides that have been given. 3 wides so far by young Tucker. But let's see, who knows? Might get a wicket. The last delivery of the previous over would have realized the wicket. So let's see, this is the last legal ball in this over. And they would have stole a run, as they would say in baseball, Mr. Mayor. It was always 2 runs on the card, and then they stole a 3rd. But it's so funny that you can steal a run in cricket and don't get charged criminally. And same thing as in baseball. You steal a run in baseball and nobody gets charged.
That is true. That is true. And in fact, that's a statistic that they keep up with.
Yes, indeed. In the meantime, here's a lovely off-drive shot by Africa. Goes beyond the boundary ropes for 4. So he extended his arms. Again, the last 4 deliveries from Elton Tucker, he was pitching wide. He started very nicely when he bowled to Wallace. Kept it up to him. He was in defense. Then he decided to drag it down and go wide, and he went wider and wider. And then this very last delivery was pitched outside the off stump, given width. And Africa, who's been sending as a pinch hitter, made good use of it. He goes on to 18 from 15. The score is just 1-6 away from 100. It's on 94 for the loss of 2 wickets. Watson, last man out, for a well-played 46. So the latest score here, Tropics batting, sent into bat by Port St. Lucie, are on 94 for the loss of some 2 wickets.
Good evening and welcome to the Cricket Show, broadcasting around the world every Sunday from 6 to 9 p.m. blogtalkradio.com/The Cricket Show, or fast call us an email with your questions.
Yes, indeed. And this evening, of course, you're going to be listening to the Cricket Show at 6 to 9 p.m. And Leon Francis would be hosting that show. So we're going to have a bowling change from the far end. It's going to be Glenn Anglin, a veteran of some sort. I remember he used to captain South Shore cricket team. So he's been around. And the glory days when we had Shell Shield here in South Florida, Anglin, he was one of the guys who you had to watch out for. And you spend time in the dressing room discussing how you're going to handle his pace and how you're going to get him out of the wicket once he's turned at bat. But time has rolled on and he has cut down his pace now. He has bowled that gentle medium. So Mr. Tucker here has opted not to be in the final 11. So he's opted to be the comer, and this time he strays down the leg side. Again, extras is just making a worthwhile contribution here. Goes on to lucky 13. So Anglin starts down the leg side. 95 for 2. Yeah, we thought there was a room. A slim chance of us coming back to play if Elton would have made the team, but now our hopes has been dashed. that was my punchline to make any cricket team. I'm gonna say if Elton Senior can play, I'm just what 20-something years older than him. I can play. Yes. So Wallace gets off strike. He flicks one off the pad there to the mid-wicket area. Gets a single. And Africa is going after him. It's in the air and way to the right of the man stationed on the long off position. And he made a mock of that one. He did all the hard work. Got around to his right. I know the ground is soft from the rain. So you should not be fearful of diving. You're not going to hurt yourself. The turf is soft. But it was a weak effort. But nonetheless, 4 more to Africa. Africa goes on to 22. It's one of the all-rounders playing for Tropics. He's on 22 from 16. He became the number 3 batter today. David just reminded me here that, and this time, no, I don't think that he's going to be running for that. He can't run for that. The ball, he didn't offer a shot and the ball hit his boot. So quite wisely, he was sent back by Wallace, who knows much about the rule, because they could have run and get a run out, but the run would not have counted. He would have been sent back by these 2 qualified umpires who are officiating today. He would have booted that one without offering a shot. Back in the day, he could not have done that to Anglin if he would have bowling at full pace, putting his boot at that. They'd have been broken toes. That 5.5 ounce hits hard. Africa is going after him again, playing a good-looking shot. They're going to be runs here. 1, 2. Good stop down there on the wide long off position. That's what you need. You need to support the bowlers. But it was a good-looking shot, good cricket shot all along the ground being played by Africa. So Africa is getting the wheels on. He's up to 24 from 18. The 100 comes up. 102 for the loss of 2 wickets. This time Africa is going again, but he's just to the left of the man stationed there in the short mid-wicket position. And ambles through for a relaxing 2. So Africa is really going after the bowlers. And that's what he's been sent in to do. And he's doing a very good job of it. So we're going to give the mayor a chance to just give his parting words, and then we'll probably call him back a little bit later, where you can go and relax.
Well, thank you so much. It's really exciting cricket here. It's very enjoyable. And perhaps, as you said, I'll come back again in the future, but I'll be hanging around watching the rest of this match to see who comes out as the victor.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you, and thanks for your time here with us. That's the mayor getting a round of applause there, and we're going to have Mr. Elton Tucker is going to be joining me here in Combox as well. So at the end of over number 13, the latest score here, 105 for the loss of 2 wickets. Africa is on 27. Wallace is on 4 from 5. You're taking the match so far, Mr. Tucker.
Well, I must say, the day is turning out very good.
Yeah,
And,
we've been saying that.
Seems like if it continue like this, as the weather report this morning, they said the rain will stay away until about 4 o'clock, and seems like the weatherman was really
Thank you.
doing his homework. So far it's been pretty good, but we'll just keep our fingers crossed, hoping that we can see a complete game this evening.
Yes, indeed. And Tucker, to continue. Okay. Not the fake Tucker. So Tucker continues. Skipper, you can't get the ball from the skipper hand. This time he's hitting this one in the air, but he's not going to carry to the man on the long on boundary. He just got over the mid on and got about 3/4 way to the boundary. They ambled through for a single. So Africa did not get hold of it. It was a full pitch. So young Tucker got away with one there. He was trying to hit it too hard. This time outside, this time he's punching this one. But there's cover sweeper down there as the ball got there quick and fast and in a hurry. So Wallace goes on to 5. Africa is on 28. So again, we're bringing to you cricket live here from the Central Board Regional Park. This time, a good delivery as Africa comes forward. You know, West Indies are engaged in a test match against Sri Lanka. 12 o'clock our time here if you want to stay up and look at that match. This time Africa is going downtown, but there's coverage down here. Good bit of feeling down here by the young man in the long off position, and that's what you need. You need to support your bowler. It was a good looking shot, one of the safer places to hit, back past the bowler, because no fielder can feel behind the bowler's arm. Outside the off stump, and this time it's going further away, but the batsman, he didn't move across, so thus the umpire had no difficulty in calling that a wide, but he did have a whack at it. And something just, but nobody touching. Is it? Not touching. Yeah, but nobody's been touching. I don't know. I'm waiting. Yeah, he just put on, I think. Okay. Yes, indeed. Thank you for that again, Leon. And it was a little low, though, so turn it up next time a little louder. So again, we're coming to you live here from the Central Bird Regional Park. This is the finals being played between Tropic Cricket Club and Port St. Lucie. So Anglin again comes in, and this time he's whacking this one on the underside of the pitch. But there's again coverage in the long on position and good running between these two. So Africa goes into the 30s now. He's on 31. Oh, this time he doesn't know much about this one. There's going to be trouble here. There's going to be trouble here. Oh, my word. Wallace had already given up, and that was poor cricket on the part of Africa there. It was Wallace's call, yes, and he was ball watching. He was supposed to take off because Wallace was looking at the play, coming at the danger end, and he let him down. But in the end, no damage done. But Africa has to be mindful of that. Cricket is played between players. Team is no I, so it takes two batters to run one single. And it was Gavin's call. Yes, most definitely. It was his call. He saw the play in front of him, and he was supposed to just respond. Let's hope he's not playing selfish cricket to say, I'm 19 away from my 50. I tried to overtake Watson, who would have gone for 46. So let us hope for Tropics' sake that he's not going to be upset and find himself giving away his wicket. This time a swing and a miss outside the off stump. And again, he's not looking. That one kept a bit low. First time we've seen it keeping low. This morning we apologize for not starting on time at 11 o'clock. That was because of the rains that came in. It came in buckets. David had to come in his swim trunks this morning. Met him down. This time lights out. Camera action. Bowl them. My word, I said that he was going to give away his wicket because he got upset because he should have run a single. That is true, but you never do that. You should take guard, begin again, and decide, well, you got to play for your team. You cannot just play for yourself because you were chastised by Wallace for being naughty. He was really being naughty, but that's not the way you play cricket. So he's gone for a well-played 31 nonetheless from some 27 deliveries.
Yeah, in the meantime, I would like to take some time out to say a big hello to Bharat Gopal. How you doing? Thanks for watching. John Whitby, Lesman, Nicholas. I thought you'd be playing today. Murray Grove, I've seen someone sending out that they would like to play the winner. It's okay. Murray Grove against the winner. Okay, we could talk about that later. And say a big hello to Patrick Campbell. How you doing? Mr. Romaine, how you doing? Manish Singh, all the way up there in New York. How is the weather? I know you're gonna laugh if I said that we're having a little chilly weather down here in South Florida. You're gonna say, what do you call chilly? Yeah, Ivor will tell you about that. Ivor don't like the cold either. That's right, down here in South Florida.
That's right, that's right. Have to stay warm, and who wants a cold heart? I have a warm heart. This time the batsman is covering up nicely, and he gets off the mark right away. So Angling is in the wicket column, as Fisher is the new batter. So he gets Wallace on strike. Wallace is eager to do some running between the wicket. Well, for Tropics' sake, they're hoping that he'll be eager to get the ball across the fence. But Port St. Lucie would have other ideas. They want to get rid of him and sit the back of him, or to keep him in check. But while he's there, he's going to be hard to keep in check. It is a 2020 encounter. We're into over number 15, so overs are running down. We're seeing a power score here. Given the nature of the pitch, 150, thereabout. So, first we were saying 160. Any projected score we can get, Paul? Not yet? We're saying 150. Okay, the projected score is 152. So let us see. I think they're going to need a little bit more than that. Yeah, because they're going at just around 8 runs and over. Wallace is going after him, but can do no more than to hit it back to Angling. Did not feel it well, but at least a dot goes into the scores book. That over comes to an end. A successful one, in which we would have seen the wicket of Africa. He went for a well-played... Africa would have made 31. Yeah.
From the Central Broad Regional Park, where commentator Ivan Henry is doing the commentary, and the final between the South Florida Cricket Alliance T20 final between Port St. Lucie and the Tropics, played at the Central Broad Regional Park. We just go right back to you, our commentator Ivan Henry over there at the park. And we just want to remind you that we are here every Sunday from 6 until 9. You just call 1515-605-9. 1515-605-9.
Yes, so Tucker continues, and he starts with a wide delivery, resulted in an extra. This time this one is in the air, it's high, it's hard, it's far, it's another 6. And this time he really got a hold of it. Wallace this time is getting into the act, and he hits his first maximum of this innings. He goes into double figures, he goes on to into 11 from 9. So they're going to want to see the back of him. They had a chance to see his wicket put down on a run out. He was halfway, more than halfway, 3/4 away down the pitch, and he has given up. He gave up his inning and refused to run him out. It was like in baseball where where the runner was stuck between bases until he was tagged out. But I guess they did not want his wicket, so what can we say? Yeah, we can. This time he's tugging this one down to a wide mid-wicket. Who is it? Tony Reid? Fields and send the throw back in. So Wallace is trying to get after young Tucker, but Tucker is bowling his 4 on the trot. He has gone for some 30 runs so far. Richard Louis went for 33. Giddy went for 32. That's a delivery outside the off stump. Batsman was trying to induce the umpire into calling a wide, but it was not wide enough to be called wide. The extras already gone to 16. It's quite a contribution. This time he's playing this one outside the off stump, and I think this one's going to be missing stumps, missing wicketkeeper biased. Again, so extras rolling on. It's on to 17 now. So last delivery coming up. So Tucker Jr., skipper, bowling his 4 on the trot. He's made his mark in his bowling. He has not been doing too much in the batting column. Had a chit chat with him for the match. This time he's going after him. This time he's going to get one here. He gets 4. That was a good looking shot there by Wallace. Cover driven. So the very last delivery he has gone for 4. So he has bowled his 4 overs for some 34 runs. Mr. Tucker, your assessment of young Tucker's bowling?
Yeah, well, is not as bad as it sounds. He bowled quite a few wide that bring it up quite a bit. But in the middle of the overs, we got 16 overs. Yeah, just about 16 overs. So I think he wasn't doing too bad. But I think it's a little scared of the battle he's batting, Gavin Wallace. That's a very big hitter, and they expect Gavin to be coming off. But it will be Anglin who is continuing from the northern end. The first ball, it's a wide, called by the keeper, signaled by the umpire. We got Mr. Lenroy White standing here with us. Yeah, we're talking about English. That's the same one. Easier laughing with me. I'm going to put him on the mic right now also. I'm just going to let him take his mask off and say something. Mr. White, how you doing, sir?
Yeah, it's been a fantastic good morning, good afternoon, I'd say, for cricket. Good afternoon to the viewers around the world. A quick assessment of the game thus far. It's been somewhat in the equal balance, I must say. Tucker, he bowled terrifically under the circumstances of the game, and bowling to a player, as you mentioned earlier, such as Gavin Wallace, we all know, represent Jamaica in the past. Very hard-hitting right-hand batsman, still at the wicket. So with a player like Wallace at the wicket, he can look for a respectable target on the board. Dale Africa was bowled in the previous over for a well-played 30-odd runs.
Well, Anglin continues from the far end, and this one was outside the off stump, but Wallace was going onside. Apparently would have lost sight of that one. That one was a quicker delivery, if you'll ask me. And,
yeah, absolutely, the experience such as that he brings with the bowling attack. Anglin, his experience.
Oh, he's going big. So this time he's sweeping this one over mid-wicket, as a matter of fact. And Wallace, like we said, had a chance to get him run out. And the longer he stays, is the more runs is going to be on the board. He's a no-nonsense man. He goes on to 22 quick, fast, and in a hurry from some 14 deliveries. The score here is now 134 for the loss of 2 wickets.
Absolutely magnificent shot. His previous delivery before that,
For 3.
he went for the similar sort of shot, but this one is a little bit more on the up, and he's executing it perfectly over mid-wicket, a massive 6.
Yes, he was trying to do that with the first delivery. I wondered why he was trying to tug it from outside off the very first delivery that it missed, but that one was again in the slot, outside the off stump, proper cricketing shot. Even though it's he's pulling it from outside off, it was played with some venom. It was played with all the confidence in the world. Wallace, a former representative of Jamaica, the land of wood and water. So let's see the comeback delivery here from Anglin. The veteran, he comes in now with ball outside the off stump, but so wide. He's not taking it to the batsman.
Well, smartly so. You've been slugged over mid-wicket for a 6, a big hit like that. You want to come back properly, and I think it was the right idea to pitch it outside the line of the off stump. Wasn't as effective as we wanted it to be, but nevertheless. He goes again, and this time straight to the man. Why this long on, and he puts it down. Is it going all the way for 4 or 6? It seems either dropped short, but 4 runs was an opportunity presented itself. The man a wideish long on made to mess up the total opportunity there, Tucker. You think that opportunity, very sitter, very easy chance.
Yeah, I think that's the vice captain, Mr. Richard Louis. I don't know if he had misjudged the ball, but for some reason he moved to his right, and I guess he didn't pick it up as much as he wanted to. And it's again, Coppin Wallace plays that one down again to Richard Louis, Fields, and toss it back to the bowler.
Well, absolutely. The opportunity, he just took his own time to move around to his right. It was a straightforward catch, but just made a mess of it at the end of it. The batsman survived another one. So Wallace on 24, Fisher is on 2 or 4. Steady going on the inside. Looking for a second. Oh, they decide to go really good wicket, running between the wicket from these two. Very. So at the end of 17, the score moves on to 142 for the loss of 3 wicket. Last man to fall was Dale Africa for 31. A very beautiful cameo. Contributed to his team. One thing I must say about this St. Lucie team, the feeling hasn't been at the best quality, as we know, and that they can do, but for some reason they need to take advantage of these last 3. Tucker.
Yeah, I was just about to say the film is a little bit sloppy. It's coming on to the end of the 20 overs, but now they need to step it up a little, because that's what the batsman can do. So the fielding should be much better than they're doing right now. But I could see the vice captain and the captain trying to put things in order.
Absolutely, and it seems we have a change of bowling in the attack. New man to replace Tucker Jr. Reid from the commentary box end. Started with a wide delivery outside the off stump. Wayward delivery. Umpire giving us a signal. At this stage, you want someone with a few tricks up the sleeve to bowl to a player such as Gavin Wallace. We know it can be very disruptive, and he goes again down to the mid-wicket area. Wideish mid-wicket area, gone for 2. Very smart running between wickets with these 2 batters. So Wallace moves on to 29 of 17 deliveries, strike rate of 170.6. Fisher at the other end, just playing more of a cameo, support role, which is the wise thing, the smart thing to do at this stage of the innings. So as it is, it's 145 for the last of 3 wickets. We approach his over number 18. Welcome back, Ivor, to our commentary box.
Yes, indeed. So Tony Reid is coming from the southern. This time he's going, splitting the field between mid wicket and long on. He's going to cow corner for a maximum.
Absolutely, and this is what happens when you put you give a batsman such as Gavin Wallace so many chances. He's going to capitalise, and it's going to hurt you at the end of the game. He's no rookie at the back. We know that he's capable of hitting massive sixes, and he's showing that to us.
Yes, indeed. So this time he's going bigger. He has gone bigger. I'm telling you, it's going, gone. Another maximum. SFCA on the go. You're listening to cricket live and lively coming to you from the Central Bowed Regional Park. The latest score 157 for the loss of 3 wickets. So now the projected score is 180.
The rate he's going, it's not impossible to get to 190, even possible 200, because we know that Wallace can be very destructive, and he's shown that the last few deliveries. One of the biggest 6 of the afternoon, the last one over the deepish mid-wicket area.
Yes, he's striking at a strike rate of 215. This time he's opening the blade. And it's a bad miss there. They're getting him back on strike. So that again is sloppy fielding. You need to get him off strike. And the fielder there running in from point overran the ball and allow Wallace to remain on strike. He's on 43 from 20 deliveries. You need to get him off strike. You need to keep him quiet. 159. It's a good final. It's turning out to be.
Absolutely. Despite the condition, it's decent for cricket. It's not too hot. It's overcast. Oh, and this time he's
bowled him. He cleaned him up. Tony Reid with a slow one, taking pace off the delivery. Who's got the last laugh? And Wallace, gentleman fashion, gives Tony Reid a punch and saying, well done, you outfoxed me. And I said earlier, when I looked at the pitch today, I said, you know who would have been 2 good bowlers on here? Trini Ross. And, oh Lord, the name is missing me from you there now. The guy with the Lexus. He's not playing today. His name missing me there now. The guy play for you, man.
But nevertheless,
the guy from the Windward Islands.
Smart bit of cricket from Tony Reid.
The guy from the Windward Islands.
Doing a little bit of the back of the hand, pitching on the liner, middle and leg stump, cutting back onto the off stump. So, smart bowling from the man Reid. So as it is, it's 159 for the last of 3. Last man to fall was Gavin Wallace, 43 from 20. At the wicket is Fisher. He's on 4 from 5. Throwing out a strike rate of 80. We put you back onto Ivory.
Yeah, Samson. I was trying to remember the name Samson. On a pitch like this, Samson would have wreaked havoc. I had a look at the pitch. I said he takes pace off and he uses his head, but he's not in the lineup today. I saw him decked out, and when I would have looked at the team, oh, here comes the rain. We dreaded that. They said the rain should be coming in at 5 o'clock, but David sent for the rain. The rain gods would have come now, but 159 for the loss of 3 wickets. And I think Duckworth Lewis might have to come into play here, because what we're having and seeing here is women rain. Can anybody tell me what is woman's rain?
It's something I've been trying to figure out.
Well, I'll tell you, don't search and scratch your head. Don't get any gray hairs over it. When you hear women's rain, it is called nagging rain. That means the rain is drip, yes, it's dripping, just drip, just nag. If it's going to shower, you should shower, right?
I'll leave that for you to say. I won't say that.
You see, friends like you left me out to hang. It's a good thing rain is coming, so I wouldn't be dry. You're not leaving me to hang, right?
You see, they know your name, but they don't get to meet you a lot. So it's like there won't be no damage.
Right, introduce us.
Yeah.
This evening from 6 until 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a regular cricket talk. Cricket talk is being brought to you just every Sunday for the past
Good
7
enough.
years.
That's enough.
Time permitting.
test, 1, 2. Okay, Lynn, you can hear? You can hear me? See if you come into the studio itself. Okay, tell me if you're hearing. No, oh, okay, go ahead. Okay, okay, go ahead. I'm tuning in here. Okay. I'm gonna call you on my phone. Let me call you on my phone. Well, welcome back, guys. Innings closed. Let's put it that way. After that rain break. And we're up and live and ready to go there on the streaming. Okay, well, folks, welcome back to the Central Broward Regional Park. What you can say here now is that plays on the go. So the inning would have been closed at 163. So 164 is required for victory from 17 overs. The match has been reduced because of the rain. And you know, it's the limited time we have here at the park. So Morgan is the bowler who is coming in from the southern end. He's starting proceedings here. And the two opening batsmen, and this one is outside the off stump wide. Extras would have really contributed when the Port St. Lucie would have had the turn in the field. Now Morgan would have started in his first over in the extras column. So, Pinnock and Richard Louis. Richard Louis and Pinnock. They're the ones who are at the wicket in this run chase. Starting with a slip. Now the third man is going to be in place here now. So just 2 men per minute.
I won't bother to watch it.
There was a wide in there. This time he's tugging this one here. But it goes just to the square leg, keeping company with umpire
7, 6,
Alvin.
5, 4, 3, 4.
We're on 4.
Ready, sir?
So both batters yet to open the account. Outside the off stump, a swing and a miss. Outside the off stump, called and signaled wide by the umpire, Joseph Baptiste. So extras are working their way.
Call me when they're over there.
2 for no loss. Those ones coming via the extras route. This time he's playing this one, splitting 2 men, the extra cover and the mid off. There's runs here. 1, 2. There's some really going on down there. So good teamwork here by the fielders. So Pinnock opens his account with 2. 2 more deliveries left in this over. Scores on 4. St. Lucie chasing 164 for victory here today, but they just have to do that in 17 overs. Morgan this time is in the block hole. Good delivery. Morgan feels his own bowling. Dot goes into the scores book.
That's 5.
So Richard Louis would have opened the bowling and now he's opening the batting. Yes, he wants to take that coveted trophy back to Port St. Lucie. And he's saying, I'm going to take it from the top. I'm going to try to make use of the power play. I'm going to maximize the power play, which is all of 6 overs, where no more than 2 fielders are permitted to be stationed outside of the 30-yard circle. Outside the off stump, the batsman shoulders arms as over number 1 comes to a close for.
We did right.
Guys,
No
the bowler
loss.
from that end is bowling the same color with the red. He has to change color. Let the captain know.
Okay.
Well, over number 1 is done and dusted, like we said, 17 over map.
Dale Africa look like he's going. No, 5.
So we have a power play of just 5 overs since the overs been reduced.
5 in the 17. 3, 5, 15. 3 and 2 of them can bowl 2. They 2 of them can bowl.
4.
Yeah. 2 of them can bowl 4.
Keep them going. Keep them going. They're taking like 30 seconds. Get going. Talk to the captain.
Alright, so we have I guess we
Oh, and this one is what we're going to call this now. It's a no ball, he said. And a free hit. Yeah, but that should have been a wide. It was full past the bat. It went behind. Yes, but it should have been a wide because it went beyond full. But you call it no. So we have a free hit in the making. So extras have been leading the way here. 3. Oh, and this one would have been another wide, but he got some bat on it. So that negates the free hit. So nothing about coming back. So we want to welcome all viewers again to the Block Talk on Radio the Cricket Show. So we need to over number 2. Outside the Often Africa now chooses to go around the wicket, right arm round. He's giving the bowler a warning for running into the protected area. I guess his first and final warning. So Dale Africa would have batted number 3 and he would have scored some 31 runs for his team. And now he's trying to do it with the leather. Wheel up earlier. This time the batsman, yes, no, in the end, non-striker returned safely to his cage. There was a good bit of fielding there, smartly done there by the extra cover fielder. But the striker was not interested. It was his call, by the way. He was not interested in the run. For some reason, Richard Louis wants to get a strike. He's eager to get up at that end. He just had 2 deliveries in the inning so far. This time he's going A well. In the air, there's a man getting on the 8. He takes the catch. Wicket number 1 goes.
That's Morgan.
As
Morgan
gleefully accepted the catch. So Pinnock fails to get on with it. He sucked up 7 deliveries for his 2 runs. So 6 for 1. Walking back a dejected man. Over the preliminary matches, he had been scoring heavily for Port St. Lucie, but not today. When it comes to the finals, the jitters would have set in, I guess, and You would have called this a failed inning. Richard Louis was really trying to get up at that end, but it was not to be because wicket number 1 is in the bank. Done and dusted. So then we're on the move, and what we can say here now is that 164 is required for victory, and if they can keep the score under 164, Tropics would have at least put themselves in a good position to walk away with the trophy.
Yeah. Four deliveries, guys. Run you. Did a little groundwork, fix it up there, a little wet spot.
So we're having some repairs done to the southern end of the pitch. I guess a little water would have probably seeped in some place, but the booms
We
are
have
out.
2 balls remaining in the over, 2 deliveries remaining. That's correct. Thank you.
So folks, you're not missing any cricket. The ground staff
Guys, you
is
talked
out,
to the captain about
doing
the guy
some
bowling in the
manual
red shirt
plays to
from
the
there.
pitch. And that happened after the fall of the wicket of Peanut. He went for 2.
Any other call?
So you can see the cart moving away now from the field. So they will resume momentarily. This could be a could be a tall order. Port St. Lucie having been the victors of the 30-over competition, trying to get the hardware to take back to Port St. Lucie, but it's a long way from Natty to be from home. They've got to dig in deep Africa. This one down the legs, badly lined, and he's getting runs here. And he's going to go all the way across the boundary ropes for 4. So the first boundary of the inning. So Richard Louis, like you said, he was eager to get down at that end.
Rodney's on strike.
Rodney, husband, yes, is the one who's getting off the mark there. He's getting off the mark with a 4. A proper cricketing stroke, I may add. So like I said, Louis is eager to get down there, but he's been denied because wickets went caught by Morgan, but the batters were not able to cross. He went to him quick, fast, and in a hurry. The husbands, he didn't bowl today. He bowled those off cutters, so he's playing primarily as a batter today. But after bowled round the wicket, this time he's straightening up. Africa been given a warning already for running down the pitch. So, the over comes to an end. Over number 2, done and dusted. Ladies' score here is 10 for a loss of 1 wicket. So when Tropics batted first, they were doing well for themselves. They would have made a score, and Duckworth Lewis would have given them some added runs. They were 159 for 4, as a matter of fact, from 17.5 overs. And with the DLS, they got to 163. So now, it's the same bowler for your viewers who are looking at the Elton Tucker feed there. The color of the shirt has been changed from red to yellow. I guess he was clashing with the umpires. Battles was saying, I don't know if the bowler was bowling or the umpire was coming at me. So you don't have two eyes, but one would have been for the bowler, one for the umpires, but it doesn't work like that in cricket. Both eyes have to be focused. I don't want to focus on a white ball, but coming from two ends. So that was in the scores book. It's time Richard Lewis flicks this one to mid-wicket and score. Just taking his time. Richard Lewis on 1 from 5. This time this pitch is full, is getting some runs here, one at least, because there's a cover sweeper, there's coverage in the deep. So it's a 5 overs power play. It's a reduced overs, 17 overs. The 2-man station outside of the 30-yard circle is a third man and a sweeper cover. I want to welcome all viewers. We come to be live from the Central Bowl Regional Stadium. We're playing on the turf wicket outside the off stump, which is Richard Louis left it, husband it is, who left it one alone outside the off stump. Keeper Bert Davis standing back. We'll have none of it.
Yeah.
Just a Lucie came with an entourage this morning. They've been here all morning. This match was slated to begin at 11 o'clock. Didn't get underway until
the third over.
Until 12 o'clock or thereabout.
Is it 5 overs?
Hmm?
4 now?
What?
No, 5 overs. Yeah, no matter.
Yeah. Yes.
At the end of the third over, then should have been 23.
Did I hear you?
Second over, then should have been 15.
Okay, this time the husband is pulling this one and it goes way beyond the boundary markers for the first maximum of the innings. So that one was a loose now. It was a long hop, romping long hop. The 2 men outside of the 30-yard circle, as indicated, is in the offside. Is a cover sweeper and a third man. And this time, husband picked his spot and
Yeah.
whacked it over the deep mid-wicket boundary.
Then should have been
For boundary, so
23.
it goes on to
And
10,
then
it's into double figures
17.
now, 10 from 5. Again, you know, we're under cloudy skies. Yeah, but it's not too dark, so the lights are not on
Step them up.
at the Central Bowl Regional Ball. Remember when Tropics batted, they were on 159 for the loss of 4 wickets from some 17.5 overs. And with the DLS, they were afforded a few more runs. They got to 163. So it simply means that St. Lucie are trying to overhaul 164 for a victory here today. It's going to be Africa who's going to be taking up the attack. He's going to be continuing from the southern end. He's still attacking with a slip. There's a short third man up in the circle. Point, extra cover, lead off. Round the wicket again. Goes on the back foot. That's Louis. Plays it to point, can't score. Skipper Brown is down the long on region. So he's skippering from afar. Does a specialist position in T20. Okay, this time outside the off stump again. Angling into the batsman. Richards in fine fashion, test match fashion, decides he's going to dance in behind this one, having a look, because we know he can hit a long ball, so I don't think that he or the coach in Lucie is worried. As long as he's there, they expect him to wheel the wheel up. But Africa is getting the better of him right now with bowling one wicket. This time he's going high. He doesn't have the distance. A man is getting on the 8. That's it. Brown takes the catch. Yes, he does. There goes Richard Louis. The first time he tried to extend his arms, he got the height, never the distance, And Skipper Brown, like we said, is a specialist position down on the long on region. He runs around to his left and takes a magnificent running catch. So that's the end of Louis. He goes for 2 from some 9 delivers. So 17 for 2, and I would think that St. Lucie is a spot of bother. The hard hitting Louis did not contribute much. His contribution was 2. So they're going to be really depending on Husbands and Tony Reed, and Richard is looking at the bottom of his bat, but he's going to be replaced by Tony Charles Reed. He's going to be doing the heavy lifting along with Husbands. But it's not over until it's over. We're seeing white clouds. We're not seeing any white fat lady anyway, so there's no singing either. Yes, there's no white flag putting up, so I don't think Port St. Lucie is going to surrender. They're not going to surrender. Like we said, there's no singing coming from the hills. All right, I was told here that the ball is wrong. It simply means anything can happen. Anybody can win. All right. Yes.
Just one bad over.
One bad over. Well, they're going to need plenty of overs because Africa's got 2 wickets so far, and he would have bowled a no ball, which just went for a single. And he started proceedings with a wide. Over pitch wide, as a matter of fact. But he's been very miserly. He's gone for just some 6 runs. So Tony Reed goes in, and Tony Reed tries to get off the mark. The ball goes down to thing. Yes, he gets off the mark because Morgan with a bad miss there. But he may be excused because a little bit of wetness of the grass could have caused the ball to just slip through his palms. As well as it's he may have had some butter with fingers. So I'm just finding a good excuse for Morgan. He's a good man, took a good catch, so maybe he's not such a good ground feeder. But anything in the air, he's saying, I'm going to take those. Again, we want to welcome you to the cricket show. You ball by ball commentary. And Elton Tucker, you can pick up the viewing there where you can see the cricket live. So we ask you to spread the word outside the off. It's a wide delivery, it's wide of the mark. So Africa's radar's gone off with this one, but he's got a wicket in this over so far. He's just taking his time and he's bowling his cutters, bowling leg cutters, angling in from outside the leg stump, bowling round the wicket. Right arm. This time the batsman, we get to the wicket, is expecting this one, but he's just interested in one. He thought it would try to put a little pressure on the fielder there for 2, but it was always 1. It was a relaxing one. So, again, he's taking maybe Husband's condition into consideration. He's not a young poet. He's an experienced, an old campaigner. He's been around the block a few times. He's there on 11. He has hit one mighty blow over deep in the wicket. The ball went over to Southgrass to do some Thanksgiving shopping. This time he's hitting this one in the air. Man is getting in the air, but it dropped short of him. My word, that was a gallant effort there. Husband's getting the leading edge there as he tried to flick one into the onside, but it fell short of him. But it was a good effort. Like I said, it was a brilliant effort there. Is that Philon Davis? I seems like that's him. No, he was the closest. He was the closest. He was the closest to it.
That's Philon.
Yes, Philon Davis. He made a valiant effort there to get rid of Husband, because Husband already would have displayed that he can hit the long ball, but he turned his bat a little too quick, and that's what you do. That's what happened when you take pace off the ball. Husband was early in the shot. He was looking to work it into the onside, and he got a leading edge. But Davis was placed right on the 30-yard circle, and he ran some 15 yards in. and the ball just dropped just before he got there. He landed safely, and you can say that was good for Port St. Lucie, not losing 2 wickets in that over. So that's the end of a successful over. And Morgan again is going to be taking up the attack from the far end, down the leg side, and he's swinging well. And he went all the way for 6, and there again, that's what we're saying. Tony Reid getting into the act when he would have played that one down on the onside. He ambled a single. He may have said, I need a piece of Morgan. So Morgan has given up both maximum so far, and both of them was into the onside. So they're going to have to do something with the field placing. The 2 men outside of the 30-yard circle are placed in the offside, 3rd man and deep extra cover. But he has been found wanting when he's bowling those long hops, giving the batsman more than enough to swivel and take it down into the onside.
Surprise him still a bowling.
Well, I guess the captain is saying, I'm not going to change any field for any bad bowling. You've got to stick to the plan, my boy. You've got to bowl the ball into the offside. He's having a 6-3 field, but he's straying into the onside. He has done it twice and been punished. And again, but this time he's going to go for 4. So Tony Reid gets into his wicket, and it was a nice juicy bouncing. The pitch is really playing well, because Tony Reid would have swiveled and have gone quickly into double figures. He's on 11 from just 3 deliveries. Like I said, like Gavin, he was the man that they needed out of the wicket when Tropics were batting. And now Tony Reid, along with Husbands, I think those are the 2 who are going to be needed to get out of this wicket if Tropics are in hopes of getting to lift this coveted trophy. So it's a partnership of 13 so far. So last man out was Richard Louis. He went for 2.
Surprise there.
So both openers did not really trouble score. So Spinner went for 2, and Louis himself went for 2. But so far, number 3 and number 4, they're into double figures. So I think we might be on to something. Tony Reid, he got a wicket. He got 1 for 29 when he bowled some 2.5 overs. A bit expensive by his standard. He was 1 for 2 mighty sixes, and this time he's flicking this one beautifully down on the outside. There's more runs here for him. So there's another boundary. You can hear the applause coming in from the outside. So Tony Reid is on the charge. He's on to 15, quick and in a hurry. So Morgan has been straying into the legs of Tony Reid. And Tony Reid just flicked it one beautifully, and was rewarded 4 runs. So he has struck a boundary, 2 boundaries and a 6 in his innings so far. He's going at a good clip. He's going at a strike rate of 375. So they're going to have to get the wheels on. They're in the power play, and it's all of 5 overs for the power play for you listeners and viewers. It's a 17-over match. He started as a 20-over match. So bear that in mind. It's 17 overs in which they are requiring to get 164 for victory. So let's say the comeback delivery from Morgan. He comes in now, he bowls. And this time he's flicking again, but straight to mid-wicket and can't score. Rodney Husband was interested in a run, and there's going to be... Yes, but that was good thinking on the part of Tony Reid, because he would have had to run into the stump and pull the stump up, because the stump was hit and the ricocheted, and they ran an extra run with the ball having hit the wicket. And Morgan, in his wisdom, good cricket, he knew that in order to get that batter out, he threw the return to the wicketkeeper, because the stumps were in the ground, but the bails were off. It was lights out. So Tony Reid would have stroked for a single, an unusual single. So he has 2 singles in his innings so far. He'll be serving up boundaries. And there's a lovely stroke here by Husband. But again, that's the line. You have coverage in the deep, in which you have the cover sweeper, and that's exactly what his fielders are saying. If you're going to stray, let it be on the offside. We have 6 men. And as a matter of fact, now they push back the deep fire leg. He has gone down on the boundary. And the third man has been taken out. This time Reed straightens up, covers up nicely as a dot goes into the scores book. So the last two deliveries from Morgan was right bang on track. And that's how a smart cricketer plays. When you want to get a juicy bowler to continue bowling, you just let him bowl a dot in the last over, and the captain gonna remember he finished well. And then he gets another over, and you whack him early in the innings, in his over. So signal is coming in now, second power play. It's coming in here by umpire Salmon. That signal has been acknowledged by the official scorer David Maitland, who, with the flick of a light, it was acknowledged by umpire Salman. So again, I want to welcome all viewers to the cricket. This is finals between Tropics United and Port St. Lucie Cricket Club. They are vying for all of the marbles. They did well to get here. Teams 1 and 2. In the semi-finals, they would have overhauled their opponent very easily. But it's going to be Africa from round the wicket, outside the off stump, and husband tugging this one back along the track to the bowler. I thought he would have been better served trying to get it into the offside. So they're making the adjustment. If he plays the right shot, so they're pushing back the extra cover, as if to say that's where that ball should have gone. You can start from on the circle, and this time down the leg side. That one is not coming back in, so it's been called and signaled wide by umpire Alvin Salman. So extra's been really helping this score. They've gone on to 5 now. Outside the off stump, and this one was being for pace. It was a quicker one. By the time Husbands got down on it, the ball was in wicketkeeper Bud Davis' gloves. So Africa, he's taking pace off, and he's indicating to Wallace down here that this one is coming your way. He's down in the long off position. Under my word, true to form, he was going into the direction of long off for real. And again, an inside edge. David just told me it's the Maurice Foster special French cup. So Africa has been doing well. They've got 2 for 10, and extras are in there. A bit of instruction coming in from Skipper Brown, running all the way from the long on position. So the 2 men out for Africa is the long off and long on. For some strange reason, Husband is trying to play cross-batted shots into the vacant deep mid wicket, but Africa is slanting the ball across him. He better go inside out to the offside. This time he does. And oh my word, that would have been a beautiful catch. In goalkeeper fashion, took to his left, and he got into his hand, and when he hit the turf, the ball came out.
Malcolm Fisher was that the fielder here.
That's Fisher?
Yeah.
So that's Fisher. And what I'm saying, yes, Husband need to play that shot, yes, but got to either keep it down or go over the field. That's good thinking, because Africa just pushed him back, said start from the 30 yard. Down the leg side, and Tony Reid tried to flick this one down the leg side, passes the leg stump, passes his pad, and goes for extras, for wide. So they're targeting, for some strange reason, Reid's leg side. He has scored all his boundaries in the onside. Oh, that's a wide. That one was way wide off the mark. Almost off the pitch, almost was borderline no ball. So like say extras are going up, they've gone to 7 now. At least they're contributing. They've made more than Richard Louis. He has made 2. And his other partner there, he too would have gone for 2. That is Pinnock. This time, oh, there's a bad miss. It's a missed field there.
I see him already up.
So Fisher, maybe disappointed he didn't take the catch. Now the ground feeling even through him. But again, the turf is a little slippery because we had some rains and the park dries well, it drains well, but the grass will still have a little wetness into it. We call it slippery when wet. Africa around the wicket again comes in. And this time he's playing a lovely shot down the grounds, but there's coverage in Wallace in the mid-off region. 1-1 as over, and that over comes to an end over number 6. Ladies score is 42 for 2, Port St. Lucie trying to get to 164. Leon. Yes. 6 overs done and dusted.
Okay, killer and power.
Yes, over number 6 is done and dusted. But there's a nice little partnership is going here between these two. They have gone 25 so far. It's a 17 over encounter. Husbands is on 14 from 13. And Tony Reid is on 17 from 7.
You're trying to say something?
They're not actually sucking up deliveries, really. Well, in the last over, yes, Africa held his nerves. A husband would have faced most of those deliveries, and he was not able to cut in. But the previous over, Morgan has been replaced, as a matter of fact, so that probably Morgan trying to bowl a dot in the last delivery of his 3rd over. As a matter of fact, only 2 bowlers can bowl 4, so maybe Morgan may not be the pick to bowl that 4th over. 2 bowlers can bowl 4. And 3 overs will bowl 3 overs each. Say that again, Liam? Yes, indeed. Yes, yes. Thus, we can excuse the fielders for somebody with fingers when the ball goes along the grass. But I can tell you, Leon, the playing area is well grass. It's well green. The patches are brown because they play other sports here. But still needs some work to be done in terms of water settling. So I think they have to do some down the leg side again. The husband tried to flick this one away, but he misses, and the extras again is making a worthwhile contribution to this score. They've gone to 8 now, and the score moves on to 43 for 2. So the new bowler is Phelan Davis. So the former captain, he's the vice captain of this team. He was captain in the 30 overs. And on this captaincy, they would have made it to the quarterfinals when they got knocked out. Down the left side, and husband is not getting a good hold of this one. He's getting a top edge again. He's been playing with the edge. They're going to take on 2. As a wild throw comes in over the wicketkeeper's head. So husband, I think, is a bit tentative. It's first time perhaps he's playing in this stadium, and the ambience may have been getting to him. But he's a better batter than that. He's been missing. That one should have been carted out of the park, I can tell you. But he topped it over the wicketkeeper. But then again, it may have been calculated. In 2020 cricket, they play ball over the wicketkeeper's head and all that good stuff. So that might be a specialist. Let's see if he'll do it again. This time he opened the blade and Andrews threw for a single. 46 it is for 2. So both batters are on 17. Tony Reid going at a good clip. He comes on strike now. They just got some 7 deliveries. Husband has been there for some 16. Tony outside the off stump on the back foot trying to punch through the offside. I was going to say he didn't hit anything, but I'm going to call his name and it's going to be recorded. his teammate said that Tony Reid hit air. And none other than Tucker would have said that. So Tony Reid would have missed that one outside the off stump, trying to hit that white leather. This time he covers up smartly, and they're running a single here. Tony Reid was a little slow getting off the mark. Good cricket there by Husbands. He pushed him. He said, "That's my call, pal. It's a single in the making. Get off your haunches and get to the other end. I need to get down here to correct that shot that he would have made that should have gone for 6. So Davies holding his own so far. Just 5 runs coming from his over so far, and a wide is included in it. Husbands. This one getting up. That one is getting up a dot into the scores book as over number 7 comes to an end. Latest score here at the Central Borough Regional Stadium. It's 47-2.
And while you're taking
Guys, step up your worry. Too slow, you gotta move.
And while you're taking that break, I must take time out to say hello to some good people who's watching. Christopher, Andrew Fraser, Robert Hines. You remember that name? Robert Hines, he's a veteran we're talking about. He played
Yes.
cricket in Bermuda and here in South Florida. And so nice of you watching. Also to Sylvan Taylor up there in Atlanta.
Fire Sylvan Taylor. Good afternoon, sir.
Sean Beckford is also watching. How you doing?
And my teammate, my former teammate, man, Mr. Taylor, International Cricket Club.
You remember you go back that far, eh?
That far, yes. I've been around the block. I've seen many moons. Sammy Batman is flicking, then thinking 1, running 2. And they got a bit comfortable too because there was a bit of misfield, fumble in the deep. But it was always 2 on the cards. So Tony is getting most of his runs in the onside. They seem to be attacking his legs. So Africa would have seen something around the corner there. She has not been walked out of the park from Tony Reid as yet. The runs came from Morgan's bowling from the northern end when Tony Reid would have hit 6, 4, 4 all in a row. This time he's playing it in the air but safely as cover sweeper comes in. And that's what Husband ought to be doing, and getting it away from the extra cover fielder and trying to get some runs.
So what make us about that? We have to, when I say values to play together. What we will say? And are their own.
You, of course.
I'd also like to give a shout out to Atul. I think he's over there in England. I was told that yes, he went back to England. And I also know that the weather is very warm there in England.
Oh, it's night time there?
Am I lying? I just am lying.
Well, the day it gets cold in England is the day hell will freeze over. The day gets hot in England. That's a damp place. But Atul, say good evening to you. This time he's playing this one into the thing. It's not timing again. Husband has not been timing well. And they're going to be taking on the arm of the fielder. They're going to be getting a comfortable 2 as he walks this one down to the deep mid wicket. So, we know Husband can hit a long ball, but for some strange reason it's not coming out of the sweet part of the willow. But the partnership has been going. It's 35 so far. And they're going to count run rate at 6.8. The required run rate has gone up to 12. So they've got to be mindful of that. The big scoreboard is on in the park, been controlled by Paul Moore, the genius. And this time he's it's a bad miss there by Morgan again. He took a good catch, so but with fingers again in that same spot. I think the skipper is gonna move him from that spot. And the Sanchez is going all akimbo and saying, what am I to do?
As you know, whenever you move a fielder, that's where the ball can go. So it's always best to keep him right there, because if you move him to another position, that's where the ball will be going.
Exactly. Well, Husband goes on to 20 now. He's at 20 with Reid, and he's eased on to 20. Didn't realize that he would have got up there so quickly and easily. They played a few fall shots, but that's all in cricket. That's all apart. So as long as it's there, this time Tony will hit it down the ground in the air. Gavin runs around, gets a good accommodating bounce. Ooh, sends a strong throw in with Tony Reed was in the spot of bother. I think Tony Reed is having a wave at the crowd. He needs something, maybe
Nothing up.
some water. Although it's cloudy, you know, when you're in the middle and you're running, they have run a few runs in the middle between the sticks already. They've gone a partnership of some 37. And much is depending on these guys. They've got to do the heavy lifting. We know the skipper is yet to come, Southpaw. He too can hit a long ball. But if they can preserve wickets and bring this one with maybe down to say about 8 or 9, if they were to lose a wicket, well, I can tell you it'll be more manageable. But if he keeps climbing, it's going to be more difficult for the batters who are in the hut. 54 it is for the loss of some 2 wickets.
Once again, I must take time out to say hello to Tariq Hussain. How you doing? Ian Phillips. I know you're watching out there. Yeah, the score is 54 for 2 down here. We're down here at the Broward County Stadium. What a nice place to be at this time. It's the rain has been stopped, and game going on, and people are pouring in again. So if you're out there, we still got let me see, got like 9 overs to go, or about 8 overs. So you can still come on down and catch the game. Port St. Lucie, along with Tropics, CC.
Again, they're attacking Tony Reed into the pads, and he's strong off the pads. He would have missed out there on 2 occasions. But the last wicket fell when the score was on 17. So these 2 guys have been doing, like I said, the heavy lifting for Port St. Lucie, and they're trying to dislodge one of them. I don't know if they're trying to get an LBW decision, but I would advise them not to be bowling those ball into the legs of Tony Reed. I mean, he scores, you know, around the park. On both sides of the field, this time he dances in behind one, and Phil Davis feels to his own bowling. So remember earlier in the day, well, Tropics were inserted into bat when they would have lost the toss. They did well for themselves. Tony Reed again dances in behind this one. Again, Davis shadows, and mid-on comes in, fields, and things are getting tighter and tighter. They're scoring run rate now. The required run rate has gone to 13.2. So they've got to keep watching the board, and this is being shown on the big screen, so there's no excuse. Down the leg side again, but this time he misses out and he's disgusted with himself. But signal and called wide there by umpire Baptiste. So extras has worked their way up to 9, 1 away from double figures. 55 it is. So folks, West Indies are doing battle against Sri Lanka, and Ian will bring you up to speed with that when he gets a chance. But like about the play yesterday.
And when that night is start.
Yeah, well, 12 o'clock this evening, our time, the match will be starting over there in Sri Lanka.
You won the match was
We play this one on the onside. He's going to get just 1 for his effort as his coverage in the long run boundary, and that brings an end to Phil Davis over number 2. So he's gone 2 for 7. So he has been really keeping things tight. And when Davis batted, he scored some 15 runs. So he didn't cut the ball along the park, but he scored 15 from 16, and now he's been asked to do yeoman service for his team to keep things in check. And with that over, the run rate has gone now
Come
to
in, David.
13.5. The count run rate is just 6.2.
Stand back.
And like you said, the partnership is going 39. It is. We're going to be having a bowling change. So Africa would have been done and dusted. Africa would have bowled his allotted 4 overs. So he was summoned to bowl the 4 overs. Remember, 2 bowlers can bowl 4, and the other 3. No other bowler could bowl more than
Ryan Watson.
3 overs. So I think that's the best way to put it. Or you can have 2-2-2 or 1 here and 1 there. But maximum 4 overs, 2 bowlers allowed that. So Watson is going to be summoned into the attack to take over from Africa. Africa, when he batted, he scored someone 31 runs, batting on number 3. Tony Reid is going in the air, and there's a man down there, but he's not going to catch up with it. He made a valiant effort to haul that one back in. And again, they're into the legs of Tony Reid, as if to say, well, I don't think you can get it off of there. But they've scored most of the runs in the onside. When you look at the wagon wheel, a 6 over deep backward square leg, a pull to deep backward square leg, and a flick to the long leg boundary, and now a flick to the deep backward square leg again. So those are his boundary markers, and they keep bowling into his legs. That was a proper cricketing shot, my word.
If they continue to bowl to 20 legs, I can tell you that the runs will be they'll knock off the run real smooth.
Smith's on the back foot, he's punching, but Rodney's not interested. He's saying yes, no, yes, no. In the end, he's in the spot of bother! And I think he got back just in the nick of time.
Wow.
Tony Reid was on the back foot. He couldn't get out of his stance to run that single. You have got to be mindful of that, husband. He was punching off the back foot. Now you have got to run forward. You're not going to be running backwards, right, Mr. Tucker?
That's never run there.
No, there was never a
Especially,
run.
as I said, when you misfield, don't try to take that run, and that's what was about to happen there with Oswald.
No, it was not a run, indeed. This time they're taking on a quick single here, putting pressure on the fielder. Well run this time, I can tell you. This time the fielder had to run to his right and in. And again, the wet grass, I'm going to make an excuse again. The ball slipped from his grasp.
At the same time, they run to the wrong fielder. You don't run for Phil Davis. He will knock that wicket down, just like that.
Yes, he's a good all-rounder. He wicket keeps, he bowls, he bats. This time he's pulling this one, he's in the air. And he's going to go all the way for 6. There it is. Husband's getting into the act here. And now has wheeled the willow. This one was over pitch, and they're targeting Watson. They've got to target 1 or 2 bowlers here. Most of the time, cricketers, they use their better bowlers, and that's a 50 partnership. 50 partnership comes up. Oh, these are effects. So the 50 partnership comes up, and the score is up to 67 for the loss of 2 wickets.
So we got Timmy Super Valley, how you doing? Omari Williams. They were out there watching. I thought you'd be at the park. Come on over. A lot of your friends are here. Lots of your teammates are here. Come on over.
No, they said
they go back to live cricket.
They said they prefer to see it on your screen. Compliments Elton Tucker. Let them know that you didn't make the team today. You got dropped. You didn't opt out. Outside the off stump, and husband's again playing with the inner portion of the bat there. He stayed on his pose, and I'm sure you can see it on camera. He would have really thought he missed out there. He was going for the offside. He had not scored heavily in the offside, to be honest with you. But this time he really put some effort into that shot. He was dropped earlier. It was a good effort from Fisher. This time he was putting a little bit more meat into it. Oh, that one was over pitch full, but it was looping, and he must have lost it someplace. Since it came down, and it was dead on the stump. That's a good delivery. Like Gary Soapers would have written in the book and said, there's no better ball than a swinging full toss. So with all that, the required run rate is still 13.9, so it went up, even though we had a boundary 6 in that over. So last man to out was Richard Lucie, went for 2.
The future of home shopping has arrived at City. Advanced technology like real.
Alwyn or Joseph, what time did you start the game?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking for more.
The
What time?
Gordon will continue from the northern end.
321.
It's Philip Davis will
Got
continue.
it.
The bowling to Toby Reed. The umpire signal dead ball, so we go around and go to start again. And he comes to Tony Reed. And that one is hard and high, and it's going, it's gone.
So there it is, I'm saying again, and another onside 6 for Tony Reed. The gigantic scoreboard there was in a spot of bother.
That could be another 4.
There it is again. Tony Reed on the charge. He goes on quickly to 38 from 23. And the required run rate still at 13. And again, they can see that the big giant scoreboard over there. They've got to target these bowlers. So Davis coming in with his 3rd over. I guess they're trying to see what they can get from him. As many as they can.
Max.
Go ahead, David.
There are 2 overs there. 2 overs.
You gotta step it up 2 hours, guys.
More runs here in the making. The field is going after it, but it's going to be all in vain. Just a retrieve. This one is outside the off stump, and Tony Reed again gets into the 40s. Now he goes up to 42 from 24. So the run rate is coming down now. It's on 12.8. We have to keep a check on that as well. I mean, in 20 overs, that's easy peasy. You can get maybe 15, 16, 21 off the last over. But you want to make it a little easier in case the batter's behind. To come, gonna be a little bit rusty. Partnership goes on to 64. So Tony Reed has been doing it all year for Port St. Lucie with both bat and ball. Today he's asked to do some heavy lifting, and he's doing it and doing it well. He didn't get into the wicket columns today. Yeah, 1 wicket, yes, the last ball, as a matter of fact, before the rains came. He would have bowled Gavin neck and crop. This time, this one is sitting high. You can see from here, Tony tried to work this one into the onside, and the bowler was, Philip Davis was jumping like a boot there to say, I got my man. Not today. Umpire Joseph Baptiste said, not today, not today. Nope. Folks, we want to tune into the cricket show this afternoon. It's going to be, this time he's pulling this one, and he goes, oh, in and out of Morgan again. Morgan would have taken the catch early in the day, and Morgan is having a terrible day in the field, having surprised everybody by taking a catch, the very first one of the inning, and he'd been misfeeling here, there, and everywhere, and now it was not an easy catch by any means. He had to run in, he had to judge it, and this time I cannot say the ball was slippery because the ball did not touch the grass. So Tony Reed would have given a life.
As bad as I would say, I would take that one. I'm not doing too good in the catching, but I would have taken that one.
Even you, okay, you would have taken that one. I always try to look at an excuse for these guys, and I always been shot down. Morgan, I think it's because Morgan is not playing in his full uniform. Morgan is telling them, listen here, I need my uniform. That was the guy who started in a red shirt and had to change to a yellow shirt because the umpires told him, no, you're clashing your red and my red, and that's not fair play. And remember, the law says the umpire is the sole judge of fair and unfair play. So he told the bowler, this is not fair to the batter. So Morgan is having a terrible day. If they want to lose this match, they're going to say, Morgan, I think that cat from Tony Weed getting a chance. Let's note that he got a chance on 42 in the 11th over position when the score was an 8-1.
Yeah, I must say hello to Paulette. How you doing? Lesman also, Nicholas. Thanks for watching. Yes, we're here at the Broward Stadium, Broward Community County Stadium, my mistake. And 2020 cricket, the final. Tropics against St. Lucie. And we're here in a good battle right at the moment. I will give you some of the exact scores from the scorer.
The Saudi batsman is coming forward, just back along the onside of the wicket. The bowler looks back in more hope than anything else. That's Watson. From time to time, Tony Reid, he plays with mixed aggression. So he's not an all-out onslaught on the back foot, and he's punching 1 and 1. Yes, now they're going to get the single. The gong feeling has not been good. So Tony Reid punches and gets off that 43 on to 44, with Husbands now on strike. So they have to up the ante. Now they've gone over into 14. The required run rate is for the first time gone to 14. So as much as they're enjoying these two with the partnership of 66, this time he's in the air and he's going to Morgan area, and like you said, it's always going to follow him. It was not a catch this time though, but but the ball seemed to be following Morgan wherever you put Morgan. But this time you cannot fault him. He made an effort, but it was not a catch. He fell well short of him. But the ball spun away and they were able to get a single that brings Tony Reid back on strike. So Watson, oh, that's a wide, well wide of the mark. And extras now has gone into double figures, making a worthwhile contribution. And I show Richard Louis saying those 10 extras should be given to me. So Richard Louis is in 12. His contribution on his own effort was only 2. So he's trying to grab at the extras. Oh, that's a full toss, and this time it's coming down to Gavin, to get past those big powers. Send a strong throw back into the bowler. My word, Gavin is like a cat down here. He's like a net. So he was punching over the bowler's head, but didn't have enough to get to Gavin. Came in his direction, but he covered some ground, some 20 meters to his right behind the bowler's arm to prevent it from going across the boundary. So Watson again, folks. This time Watson, he's going in the air. There's a man getting down there. He's getting on there. He's at the further short of him, and he knows not where the ball is, but it was a good effort again. He fell short of him, so that's a skipper Brown. He took a good catch earlier in the inning, so this time I'm not going to fault him, but he created some excitement there, to be honest with you. We need some outside effects. Mute, Liam, mute. All right, this time he's going in the air. He's going aerial, and this time Brown is down there, and he goes beyond the boundary bar. 4 more. It is 4. So he made an effort. He really tried all his work there to prevent the ball from going over the boundary. It was well placed there by Tony Reid. He goes on to 49. So he's 1 away from his half century. As that over comes to an end, Husbands will be on strike, and I think it's time for Husbands to keep going now. Overs are wearing out. He's only 17 overs. He might be thinking it's 20 overs. Somebody have to go out with a message. Although this big giant scoreboard is on, sometimes you need to have someone come there The water bottle. A message in a bottle. The umpire is not going to prevent you from bringing a message in a bottle.
You need 73.
A partnership of 74.
You
The
need
count
seven-
run rate is still hovering at 7.6.
You need
The
73
required run
from.
rate is 14.6.
You then need 73. 73 from 5.
Okay, but this is right. Well, they need a further 73 runs. And
From 5 overs.
and they have all of 5 overs in which to do so. But the 2 set batsmen now, they've got to, they cannot wait until it's too late. So Davis now. And husband's not getting a good hold of this. They're going to get just one. Morgan again comes into play. You can't keep Morgan out of the game. And I think he's a commentator's person that came from Tucker. He said the ball is going to follow Morgan until this game ends. And so that's a sure shot.
At least he's not giving away a boundary. He's even when he dropped the catch, ball still stays in play. So
That is true.
he's not 100% at fault.
That is true. Tony Reid is one away from 50. Let's see. This stroking is one nicely, but he's not. Yes, he's going to score because it was saved, and that's 50 for Tony. And here the horns coming in and some ripple applause coming in there. So the first 50 of the match. Gavin Wallace would have scored heavily. He scored some 46 runs. And he was bowled neck and cock by Tony Reid. So Tony Reid is telling him, this is how you play for 50, pal. Oh, swing and a miss. Husband is going after Phelan Davis. He's going to bowl the other 4. He's one of 2 who can only bowl 4 overs. So they trusted him to do that. He's gone for some 24. Some legal delivery left. So let's see. But husband does not want to give away his hand, but the mindset is right. They've got to go after the bowling. He's going after a full toss here, but he can do no more but to drag it down to wide long on, and the ambles through just for a single. Tony Reid cannot stop now. 50 means nothing. Now you have got to make something for you now. That is for the team. So if you can make, we have 30 more balls left. He gets 50 from 30 balls already. This time he's going big. Tony Reid has gone to Salgrass Mills for yet another 6. And the message is coming out in a bottle, but he could have waited until the over is over. Maybe he need to change the bat. I don't think so, but I think it's a message in a bottle. Tony Reid was asking for something earlier on. But the ball has gone a long way. That one have left the park. As a matter of fact, it's the first one that would have left the park. So I know umpire is going to be checking this ball here to see if it's in good condition. Probably the same ball that came again.
How many times have you been playing down at Sports Park and the ball hit out the ground, and when it returns, it's a complete different ball. And
Yep.
they didn't even show it to the umpire, and the umpire let it go, and it said, after a couple overs, they realized, no, we got to change this ball.
Exactly, so that's what I'm saying. The umpire should have done that there. Oh, he's doing it now? Okay. He would have checked. Did he check? Maybe he checked. Well, a good game is coming. The 100 is up, by the way. He came unnoticed there. Partnership of 83. They've got to keep going. The partnership for the first time, the required run rate for the first time has gone into 15. So the message in the bottle should be saying, guys, we need 15 runs and over. You need to target an over for 20-yard runs to bring that down manageable at 10. Because if one of them goes out now, it's going to be asking much. But you still have to give the bowlers credit. Even though they would have fumbled in the field, they're in with the game. They're in with the chance to win. Tony Reid is driving. But long off comes into play. Just a single. As that over comes to an end, so Davis would have bowled his 4 overs for some 32 runs. He didn't even get an appeal. Does that mean he didn't get a wicket?
It seems like.
You're just so bad. If you didn't get on the field, it means you didn't get a wicket. Okay. Well, let us see if Watson will be continuing. He would have bowled 2 overs for 20 runs. Although he has gone for 10 runs and over, it's still under the required 3 runs and over. So that's what matters. No, it seems as if it's going to be a bowling change.
No, it seems as if he's going to continue.
Or Watson's going to continue. So he's going to bowl his third. They've got to target him. He's been going for 10 and over.
They got to target everybody.
Right now they need 15 and over. Okay, so down the leg side and swing and a miss there. Missed everything, missed everybody. Morgan again is into play. So 2 wides, as this one was into the legs again of Tony B. They've been attacking him there. And he's been scoring. He's been scoring heavily. That was saying doubles. So Husbands is on 30 from 39. He has got to go more than a 1 ball. Oh, down the grounds. Husbands playing for a single. He's going at the 1 ball. So they're asking him to go for more than a 1 ball.
This guy here needs some boundaries.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A 1 ball is not going to do it.
No.
There's a dot to Tony Reed as the keeper comes round and does the duty there. Okay, Tony Reed has gone big, he's gone high. But let's see. No! It was a valiant effort to get down there. He didn't get it in the meat of the bat. But guy put in the dive.
Run 1.
Tried to get it, but he didn't get it. They should have run 2 there though. I think that was sloppy running. There was enough time for 2, but the one was sky high, but was inches away from the boundary, and the deep in the wicket fielder went to his left and put in the dive, but still didn't catch with it. But they've got to take the chances now. The one with 16 is getting out of hand. It's going up. One of them. So Husbands have got to wheel it now. I mean, Tony will be playing his part, but Husbands has got to get a big over. No, you're not going to do it like that. Nope. There's a single. He dances in behind this one. He's been there for quite some time. His striking weight is 100, but that's now we've gone into 17 is the required run rate. It's getting kind of sticky here, Mr. Tucker.
Yeah, I think you need to change your clothes and go out there. I think you could do it. I remember those days.
Ah, you remember the days. Aha.
As some people would say, they need a binoculars to look that far back.
See if it feels like that. This time we're going between mid-off and mid-on, and they just run a single. So they're going to score boundaries. I mean, they're not going to be running doubles at this stage of the day. They've been here since 9 o'clock this morning for an 11 o'clock game, and the game didn't start until when the game started? 1? 2? About 1?
Yeah, just about 1 o'clock.
Just about 1 o'clock, yes. So they've been waiting. But right now, the odds have it 65%. Tropics winning. Tony Reed is oh, he's putting his foot. My word, what is that? No, no, no. There's an injured man here. Man is down. No. This is gonna be the big boy. Big boys don't cry. That one was trucked real hard. Tonight he's gonna feel that. But he will finish his allotment of overs. He went for some 25 runs.
Should I take that one and get the strike?
Yes, they should have won the single and get back on strike. Get him on strike. Cannot settle for 50s now. We have to go gung ho now. Because Rodney's gone 32, but this is not one of his better innings. He's not been middling as well as he would have liked.
Kidan is the new bowler, Richard Kidan.
Kidan again?
Kidan. Richard Kidan.
Oh, Kidan. So Kidan is the new bowler who's going to be taking up the attack. What a time to be coming in for your first. Folks, it's only a 17 over game. So do not think, I don't want you to be thinking 20. Otherwise you'll be saying they're in the driver's seat. They're not in the driver's seat, folks. Trust me in that one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they need 58 from 18. 58 runs from 18 balls. I think it's a real mountain to climb. Good game of cricket though. Last week it fell when the score was on 17. These two have done well for themselves. But they need some 20 ones and over. See what they need now? 19 ones and over. It's not gonna be
Push
easy.
them, let them move it quicker.
So we're getting up on 5 o'clock, minutes to 5. Don't forget, this evening we need for you to tune in at the blogtalkradio.com 515-605-9850. This time is a full toss and he didn't do enough with it. He's not hitting it out of the sweet spot of the bat. It was full, it was not over the waist, and he could have split those two men. Mid on, and deep mid wicket. But he just tugged it, that's a single. Tony Wheeler has got to come big in this over. This is his first over, Kidan. So do not let him settle. This is make or break right here. Because in the penultimate over, you want him to be scoring less than 19 in that over, because you're going to left with 19 after the last over. So this is the over. They've got to target. Send a message in a bottle. Oh, he's edging outside the off stump. There's runs here. There's going to be at least two. They're settling? No. Right? Oh, he's going to be a relaxing two. Tony Reed had a mighty swing at that one outside the off stump. He eluded the wicket keeper. That's what they say. When you swing, you have to swing hard. So we have to say compliments again to the ground staff. Tony Reed is, oh, this time is a dot in there. It was a Yorker length delivery. So Kidan is saying, I may be just coming on to bowl in the 18th. I'm saying 18th over because I'm thinking 20 overs. In the 15th over. It's a 17th over match, folks. So this is the 15th over. Oh, this is full. It's going to be a no ball, and Tony Reed has been struck. And he's getting a warning there. It was not purposefully done. He's apologizing. He's going to Tony, with sportsmanlike, with a big hug and to say, I beg your pardon. So, is it going to be a no ball? The fielders cannot move from their position. I see the long arm is coming in, but long arm is going to go back. So, you don't have a worry with that, I can tell you that. So, Tony Reed is going to get looked after here. It's a timing game as well.
Check the strike, I feel okay. We just spoke to him. Fine, he's okay. Thankful.
So we're having a required run rate of 21.6. The partnership is 93, but that all counts for nothing at this time. They need 54 runs. They need 15 deliveries in which to do so. Can it be done? Mr. Tucker?
it can be done.
I
And
hope
I hope it will be done today. But it's going to be a uphill task.
That is your story, and you're sticking to it.
But the batsmen who is at the crease at the moment, we know they can do it also.
Well, free comes up. Let's see. Tony Reid is pulling this one for this coverage down there, and he got to him fast in a hurry. So it's only getting one for a good feeling, a good bit of feeling in the corner area. So Tony Reid is trying all his work. He's been struck in the upper part of his body. He's still in some discomfort. You can tell. But anyway, I think husband has got to do it. This was the time for Richard Louis. I mean, strategy was to open, but full toss, and this time he's hitting it in the air, but he's hitting it down to the cover sweeper for a single. Singles won't do, fellas. Singles won't do. Not happening today. The last wicket again fell at 17, so the partnership is a 95. That is all counting for nothing. It's all counting for naught. Not when you're trying to get to 52 runs from in as little as just over 2 overs. So Tony Reid is pulling this one, but again, Morgan comes into play in the deep backward square leg, just another single. So Kidon came in and would have done just what the doctor ordered. Just gave up some 7 runs when they needed 21 to stay afloat. So now the run rate has gone out of reach, 25. I would call it that way. You have to just be fair and square. So the bowlers have done their bit. Watson's got to be changed because his bowl is allotted 3 overs. Didn't get a wicket. He went for 25 runs. But the next bowler who comes in here now, as long as they go for under 25 in this penultimate over, I think the game will be done and dusted. Although you can get 36 runs in an over. What has a chance?
Yeah, I guess Gavin is coming.
36 runs in the over.
Gavin is coming to bowl it.
So Gavin it is who's going to be bowling this 1 over. The 1 over that he can bowl, he decides, I'm going to put the match out of reach. So he's making sure, getting his feelers on the right blade of grass. Sending back the long off, sending back the long on. Is a deep mid wicket. It's a man in the corner. And there's a cover sweeper. All saving boundaries. So this has got to be the over then by far and away. You need 25 and over. 51 is needed. You can get 30 from this. Only Reid is pulling this one, but again, there's coverage down there. He goes to the corner fielder, and they can only get 1. Husband has got to take 2 chances. If it's going at the one ball, the one ball was just not good enough. I mean, he would have tried, but batting at number 3, you've got to come. Oh, this time he's going big. Just like that with the swat, and he's gone for 6.
Going and gone big.
Yes, you can still hear the applause going on there. Wow, it's a good shot. This time he's going inside out, and what a beautiful catch. It was hard. He was going straight to him, just to his right, but he took it, and now he's wringing his fingers. I shouldn't see the camera there. It was really punch off the back foot hard, but he decides, I am not going to put this one down. This guy just struck a ball for 6. So Rodney's gone for 40 from 35. A little too late for the aggression. And like I said, this is the time for Richard Louis to be coming into the wicket. But he started up top. I don't know if that was a wise move to make. But we're going to see what Anglin can do. He's going to be the batter. He has to go all guns blazing here. So a partnership of 103, and all that would be going for North. If they would fall short, and by the look of things, it seems as if they're going to be falling well short. So and then takes his time and go out there. He's not in a hurry to get out there. It seems like that's not a good sign of a guy who wants to get on with it. I want to get out there and get on in a hurry. And they didn't even cross. That's the thing about it. So I think Tony Reed is going to be left high and dry and going to be applauded for his effort. I don't see them coming back here. So Tropics has one hand already on the trophy. Where is the other hand?
With the ball. I think you could really commend Tropics. It's not over as yet, but at the same time, they look like they're more in the driver's seat and look like they're very comfortable in the driver's seat. But at the same time, it's like we still wait to see.
Are you dead serious? Are you telling me it's not over yet? Are you serious about it?
Well,
I'm just checking.
Well, let's put it like this: they're still bowling.
They're still bowling.
Okay, so.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just trying to. I'm taking notes. I'm waiting.
You remember a game maybe about a month ago or so, where this guy hit 6 sixes and joined the elite group from Pollard.
Yes.
And you were Singh and South Africa. What's his name?
Herschel Gibbs.
Herschel Gibbs.
All right, well, it's Gavin now. Let's see. Okay, Anglin is going big, but not big enough. But they're settling for one. And he put it down, but at least he didn't go across the boundary. So he has the right attitude, but now it's going to get out of way. It's going to be mathematically impossible. Now this world rate is 36. It's 32, I beg your pardon. So let us see. Barring wides and extras after this delivery, I'll tell you. Tony Reed, this time is going down leg, perhaps. We're a bit off angle here. Tony Reed would have missed out there. We were trying to just pick it up, one like what husbands would have done, pick it up to go for 6. So right now it's at 36. Oh, Tony Reed is not doing enough with this one. They wanted a single, but Fireman is not interested. He's saying last over pal. So now it's going to be mathematically impossible. No, the captain is going to say, do not bowl a wide or a no ball. If they bowl a wide or no ball, you bring it back into the realm of possibility, as you were saying, 6 sixes in an over. Other than that, you require the one weight, folks. Listen up. Hold your seats, hold your horses. It's a whopping 43 even. Can you score 43 ones in an over? From 6 ball over?
I haven't seen that happen with the
we can. You can.
Okay.
Not even with a no ball, I've never seen it.
You've never seen it happen?
Never.
And you don't think you're going to see that?
I've never heard of it.
And you don't think it's going to happen?
It's not going to happen.
Doctor, I think you have to walk all the way back to Port St. Lucie. You're saying that on it's being recorded that before the game is over, you're saying your team is losing this match?
No, I didn't say that. I said Tropics will win.
Okay, there's a dot ball, so okay. So what do you say after the first dot ball? Talk to me.
I say there's 5 more legal balls.
But it's gone to 51. The one we've already gone to 51. Talk to me. I'm going to let you finish it. Come on. Folks, it's been a good day of cricket, even though you've been waiting. And there it is, another dot is in the book. So, like I said, Tony Reed is going to be left high and dry. He's on 63 at the non-strikers end. Watching Fireman try to light the fire. But right now, it seems as if he's drowning in honey somewhere. I don't know. He's 3 dots in a row. So, okay. You tell me the required one way. I want for you to tell me the required one way. I can't call big numbers.
And Tucker needs his glasses.
Tucker needs his glasses to read. The required run rate, folks, is 86. Oh, that's a wide. So the one we could have come down some from 86. It's going to 84. Come on. It's like the stock market, right? It goes up and comes down. So 86 is worse than 84, man. Come on. Well, it comes now. That's Kidan. And he strokes this one. And he's on camera posing there. West Indies can do with you tonight, pal. They're playing Sri Lanka. So he's keeping his nod out. Now the required run rate is 126. So Tropics is going to be lifting the trophy.
You see, that's why we call it cricket, lovely cricket.
Yes.
You're having fun.
And he's on the back foot,
You're
so
having fun.
So we have one legal delivery left, and now the required run rate is 252. Have you ever seen that? Tony Weed is going to be not out on 63 from 44, folks. So we're going to compliment Tropics. They're hanging there. They did hang in there. Fireman comes forward again, and West Indies can do it in tonight. Well done, folks. And the winner is the Tropics United. And like I said, Keaton came in and held things to a minimum. Tony Reid would have done his best. Was not out on 63 from 44. He was dropped earlier, but that drop has not caused Morgan any sleep. But Morgan doesn't want to congregate with the folks because he went up to catch. Your team has won, Morgan. You have to go. Go the other way, Morgan. Come on. Put the camera on, Morgan. Morgan, you have to go meet the guys. So the players are going out to meet the players. They all lined up here, but Morgan is in an off-colored shirt. I guess he don't want to be on camera, so he's going to be the lone man who's going to be left out. But he did signal in congratulations to his teammates, and he would give a high five from a distance to the other players. But there is Morgan in the yellow shirt is coming off. I hope that's you could see that on camera to show that he didn't finish it in sportsmanlike fashion. Morgan. So Leon, the match is done and dusted. I think there's going to be a presentation where I have no idea, maybe downstairs. If anything, I'll take my phone and get it close by so that we can get a piece of that.
Dale Africa get 2 wickets.
So Dale Africa got 2 wickets.
2 wickets for 22 and he got 37 runs. He's the man of the match.
And the other place scores, yes, well, 122. They made 122 for free from the 17 overs. And they were chasing 164 for victory. You have the first portion, the 159 for 4. And Duckworth Lewis would have given them up to 163.
So Tropics won by 40 runs, 1 run via DLS.
Yeah, take this, Len. Tropics won by 41 runs. Duckworth Lewis method. They won by 41 runs. Unfortunately, hear all of this at 6 o'clock on the cricket show. You can call in 515-605-9850. And if you care to do so, you can get it on the World Wide Web, blogtalkradio.com/The Cricket Show. We're going to have a very interesting show for you this evening from 6 until 9 o'clock. And we'll be speaking West Indies cricket. We'll be speaking the match that would have played today. And the winners, Tropics United, they played a good game all around. There was a good partnership when they started out batting first between the 2 openers, and after that they never faltered. It was always a good score. Predicted score here was over 150, and they would have passed that from the beginning of the match. They got all the way up to 159 for 4 from 17.5 overs. So they still had wickets in the hut. They still had overs remaining in the hut. But we say congratulations to Port St. Lucie at the same time, because it takes 2 to tango. They came up short here, but coming second can never be a bad place to be. So Leon, I'm going to turn it over to you. Yeah, I'm gonna see if they're gonna have it downstairs, and I'll take my phone downstairs and see what I can get. I don't know if they have any loudspeaker, but I'll try to take it as close as possible. my phone. Your forward tweet. Okay, yeah. 786.
No. They're not nobody on
No, they're gone.
They don't have a presentation downstairs?
Yeah.
They don't have it now? They have it right now? That's the duty there. Okay, Tony Meter's gone big, he's gone high. But let's see. No! It was a valiant effort to get down there. He didn't get it in the meat of the bat. But guy put in the dive.
They run one.
Tried to get it, but he didn't get it. They should have run two there though. I think that was sloppy running. There was enough time for two, but the one was sky high, but was inches away from the boundary, and the deep in the wicket fielder went to his left and put in the dive, but still didn't catch with it. But they've got to take the chances now. The one with 16 is getting out of hand. It's going up. One of them. So husbands have got to wheel it now. I mean, Tony will be playing his part, but husband has got to get a big over. No, you're not going to do it like that. Nope. There's a single. He dances in behind this one. He's been there for quite some time. His striking weight is 100, but that's now we've gone into 17 is the required run rate. It's getting kind of sticky here, Mr. Tucker.
Yeah, I think you need to change your clothes and go out there. I think you could do it. I remember those days.
Ah, you remember the days. Ah.
As some people would say, they need a binoculars to look that far back.
See, first like that. This time we're going between mid-off and mid-on, and they just run a single. So they're going to score boundaries. I mean, they're not going to be running doubles at this stage of the day. They've been here since 9 o'clock this morning for an 11 o'clock game, and the game didn't start until when the game started? 1? 2? 1?
Yeah, just about 1 o'clock.
Just about 1 o'clock, yes. So they've been waiting. But right now, the odds have it 65% Tropics winning. Oh, he's putting his foot. My word, what is that? No, there's an injured man here. Man is down. No. This is going to be the big boy. Big boys don't cry. That one was trucked real hard. Tonight he's going to feel that. But he will finish his allotment of overs. He went for some 25 runs.
Finish that, take that one and get the strike.
Yes, they should have won the single and get back on strike. Get him on strike. Cannot settle for 50s now. We have to come home now, because Rodney's gone 32, but this is not one of his better innings. He's not been middling as well as he would have liked.
Kidan is the new bowler, Richard Kidan.
Kidan again?
Kidan. Richard Kidan.
Oh, Kidan. So Kidan is the new bowler who's going to be taking up the attack. What a time to be coming in for your first. Folks, it's only a 17 over game. So do not think, I don't want you to be thinking 20. Otherwise you'll be saying they're in the driver's seat. They're not in the driver's seat, folks. Trust me in that one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they need 58 from 18. 58 runs from 18 balls. I think it's a really mountain to climb. Good game of cricket though. Last week it fell when the score was on 17. These two have done well for themselves. But they need some 21s and over. See what did he know? 19 ones and over. He's not gonna be
Push
easy.
them, let them move it quicker.
So we're getting up on 5 o'clock, Mr. 5. Don't forget, this evening we need for you to tune in at the blogtalkradio.com 515-605-9850. This time it's a full toss and he didn't do enough with it. He's not hitting it out of the sweet spot of the bat. It was full, it was not over the waist, and he could have split those two men. Mid on, and deep mid wicket, but he just tucked it. That's for a single. Tony Wheeler has got to come big in this over. This is his first over, killer. So do not let him settle. This is make or break right here. Because in the penultimate over, you want him to be scoring less than 19 in that over, because you're going to left with 19 after the last over. So this is the over. They've got to target. Send the message in a bottle. Oh, he's edging outside the off stump. There's runs here. There's going to be at least 2. They're settling? No. Oh, he's going to be a relaxing 2. Tony had a mighty swing at that one. Outside the off stump. He eluded the wicket keeper. That's what they say. When you swing, you have to swing hard. So we have to say compliments again to the ground staff. Tony Reid is, this time is a dot in there. It was a Yorker length delivery. So Kidon is saying, I may be just coming on to bowl in the 18th. I'm saying 18th over because I'm thinking 20 overs. In the 15th over. It's a 17th over match, folks. So this is the 15th over. Oh, this is full. It's going to be a no ball, and Tony Reid has been struck. And he's getting a warning there. It was not purposefully done. He's apologizing. He's going to Tony, a bit sportsmanlike, with a big hug and to say, I beg your pardon. So, is it going to be a no ball? And the fielders cannot move from their position. I see the long arm is coming in, but long arm is going to go back. So, you don't have a worry with that, I can tell you that. So, Tony Reid is going to get looked after here. It's a timing game as well.
Check this track, I feel okay. We just spoke to him. Fine, he said he's okay. Thankful.
So we're having a required run rate of 21.6. The partnership is 93, but that all counts for nothing at this time. They need 54 runs. They need 15 deliveries in which to do so. Can it be done? Mr. Tucker?
It can be done. I hope it will be done today. But it's going to be a uphill task.
That is your story, you're sticking to it.
But the batsmen are at the crease at the moment. We know they can do it also.
Well, Freed comes up. Let's see. Tony Reid is pulling this one for this coverage down there, and he got to him fast in a hurry. So he's only getting one for a good feeling, a good bit of feeling in the corner area. So Tony Reid is trying all his work. He's been struck in the upper part of his body. He's still in some discomfort. You can tell. But anyway, I think husband has got to do it. This was the time for which strategy was to open, but full toss, and this time he's hitting it in the air, but he's hitting it down to the cover sweeper for a single. Singles won't do, fellas. Singles won't do. It's not happening today. The last wicket again fell at 17, so the partnership is a 95. That is all counting for nothing. It's all counting for naught. Not when you're trying to get to 52 runs from it as little as just over 2 overs. So Tony Reid is pulling this one. But again, Morgan comes into play in the deep backward square leg, just another single. So Kidon came in and would have done just what the doctor ordered. Just gave up some 7 runs when they needed 21 to stay afloat. So now the run rate has gone out of reach, 25. I would call it that way. You have to just be fair and square. So the bowlers have done their bit. Watson's got to be changed because his bowl is allowed 3 overs. Didn't get a wicket. He went for 25 runs. But the next bowler who comes in here now, as long as they go for under 25 in this penultimate over, I think the game will be done and dusted. Although you can get 36 runs in an over. What are the chances?
Yeah, I
that they're
guess
gonna be
Gavin is
getting
coming.
36 runs in the over?
Gavin is coming to bowl it.
So Gavin it is who's going to be bowling this one over. The one over that he can bowl, he decides, I'm going to put the match out of reach. So he's making sure, getting his feelers on the right blade of grass. Sending back the long off, sending back the long on. There's a deep mid wicket. There's a man in the cow corner. And there's a cover sweeper. All saving boundaries. So this has got to be the over then by far and away. You need 25 and over. 51 is needed. You can get 30 from this. Only really is pulling this one, but again, this coverage down there. It goes to the cow corner fielder, and they can only get one. Husband has got to take 2 chances. If it's going at the one ball, a one ball was just not good enough. I mean, he would have tried, but batting at number 3, you've got to come. Oh, this time he's going big. Just like that with the swat, and he's gone for 6.
Going and gone big.
Yes, and you can still hear the applause going on there. Wow, it's a good shot. This time he's going inside out, and what a beautiful catch! It was hard. It was going straight to him, just to his right, but he took it, and now he's wringing his fingers. I shouldn't see the camera there. It was really punch off the back foot hard, but he decides, I am not going to put this one down. This guy just struck a ball for 6, so Wadney's gone for 40 from 35. A little too late for the aggression. And like I said, this was the time for Richard Blue to be coming into the wicket. But he started up top. I don't know if that was a wise move to make, but we're gonna see what Anglin can do. He's gonna be the batter. He has to go all guns blazing here. So a partnership of 103, and all that would be going from north. If they would fall short, and by the look of things, it seems as if they're going to be falling well short. And then takes his time and he go out there. He's not in a hurry to get out there. It seems like that's not a good sign of a guy who wants to get on with it. I want to get out here and get on in a hurry. And they didn't even cross. That's the thing about it. So I think Tony Reed is going to be left high and dry and going to be applauded for his effort.